All you geeks and gamers, are you ready to get frost smitten?
I want to introduce the newest member of Friday Night Tights, Frost!
Your girl is back. I'm Indiana Black. I'm the Brad Pitt of lesbians.
What the hell is even that?
Hey, you don't like it? Close your ears, okay? I smell like Vegemite. Friday Night Tighters, lend me your jizz. I'm here to save all you geeks and gays. That's right, Friday Night Tights. Frostbite.
Talk to us, Frost.
I like eating pussy. Woo! She cooking, y'all.
Indiana Black is back.
Woo! She cooking, yeah.
Hit an F right now. Jerking off to your girl.
Woo! She cooking, y'all.
Indiana Black is back.
Woo! She cooking, yeah.
Hit an F right now if you're not jerking off. Because you can't spell unemployment without me. The only tweet I want to leak is just a tweet from you, my tweet. Everyone thinks I'm this frosty bitch.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace. X-ray girl. Open my red envelope, X-ray girl. You already hired another lesbian. Who is Disparu?
Woo! She cooking, y'all.
Indiana Black is back.
Woo! She cooking, yeah.
Hit an F right now. Jerking off to your girl.
Woo! She cooking, y'all.
Indiana Black is back.
Woo! She cooking, yeah.
Hit an F right now. You're not jerking off.
You're fired.
Wow.
She's used to it.
We're not live or anything, Chrissy. We were just clapping because we're happy to see you.
Yeah. Welcome back, Chrissy.
Welcome back, Chrissy. Hey,
Chrissy,
congratulations.
You've sounded better. You've never sounded better, Chrissy.
Yeah.
There she is.
there she is.
She can't hear anything.
We can hear you.
We were all hoping she'd be breastfeeding, but apparently...
Let me let her know.
Well, every 2 hours, so there's a chance. There's a chance. Welcome to Friday Night Tights, everybody. Woo! Wow. The whole gang's here. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. It hasn't been that way for a while. Amazing week in entertainment. We saw the return of Velma.
So I'm just gonna start interrupting people.
Sure.
Oh no.
This is what happens when you. This is what happens when you take a couple fucking weeks off to pop a kid out.
Bye. See you later.
Hi.
Good to see you, Christy.
See you later.
Hi, Chrissy.
That maternity leave.
Chrissy
must be
Mayer,
fucking
ladies and
nice.
gentlemen. Woo! Great guest. Great guest. What was I? Velma? Okay, we got Velma. Doctor Who is, you can't say the comeback was killed in the crib. It was aborted. I think in a
Spoken like a true fucking gamer. Mentions Velma and Doctor Who before Stellar Blade. A real fucking gamer.
what
Right there.
Stellar
All right?
Blade, nice
This is
ass,
really a gaming
nice
podcast.
boobies. That's my
Yeah,
review.
sword
I was
boobies.
watching as nice ass, nice boobies. That's my Stellar Blade review. Is that good? No, that was just ass. Stellar Blade. Yes, there's some Gammer stuff going on as well, and Hollywood and blah blah blah. And we'll talk about most of it. We have a topic list. I think we'll hit 3 if we're lucky.
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
I fucking hate. Just by the way, is it Lady Gravemaster that put those out? I fucking hate those topic lists. Imagine giving us.
Why did you need to check
12
who wrote it first?
It's like 12 topics.
Keep them coming, Lady
imagine
Gravemaster.
here's the topics for this 3-hour stream we have. Oh, by the way, we're gonna throw on some extra ones an hour beforehand. Like 14 things. Are you fucking joking? What fucking show do you think this is? Luckily, I am already probably aware of like all this stuff, so I don't need to do any prep work. But imagine for somebody like Jeremy, who's retarded, if he was and he did all of it, and we talk about 2 fucking things. I would be very upset if I was Jeremy.
It's better to be over prepared than under prepared, especially when you have weaponized autism like Lady Gravemaster. Hail,
She
Lady
says, love you
Gravemaster.
too, Ryan.
Yeah.
You should have heard Ryan ranting before Daily today on a topic we didn't even get to on Daily. He was going off about the George Lucas stuff. He was so mad. He's like, I hope somebody super chat sis. I'm gonna fucking go off. And no one did.
Oh, what do we want to talk? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. What's up, Jeremy? How's it going?
What's up, my crimers?
Hey, I'm a crimer. I'm a crimer.
What do you have to be be a crimer?
You
crime.
are very close to be. So you're pretty close to being eligible if you committed any crimes.
Oh, okay.
But yes, happy to be here. It's going to be a fun episode of Friday Night Tights. There's a lot of nonsense to talk about. Let's go.
Let's go. Az, how's the TNA over there with Stellar Blade?
Big booty lady, good.
Yes.
His brain is just been rewired. That's all he
Dude.
can think of now.
You got dick brain, man.
I went over to your stream. I'm supposed to be recording. I'm in the middle of recording a video, and I had to check something on Twitter, and I saw your stream was up, and I got mesmerized for like 10 minutes. I was like hypnotized.
So did I.
The first clip I saw is just someone going, X-Ray Girl found a ladder. And that was the like 30 seconds of walking up a ladder.
It's not even the ladder. It's the rope when you slide up and down the rope.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get this game.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to get this game. I'm gonna have to get this game, man.
It's good. It's good.
PS5 exclusive, Gary.
What was that?
hey, you have to hook that
PS5
PS5 up.
exclusive.
I have a PS5. It's not hooked up yet, but I have one.
It's still in the box.
Still in the box.
Remember how long it took?
Your kid hasn't set it up yet, man. Come on.
Remember how long it took him to set up his Meta PC?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like a year?
It's like he's running like fucking ads for it, and he hadn't set it up yet.
Guilty. All right. Well, that's Az. We know what Az's contribution will be. It's like boobies all day.
At least it's a woman this time.
Not everyone's perfect, Ryan.
No. Hi, Shad.
Hey, Gary, things are going great over here in Australia. Our Prime Minister is running to instill a Ministry of Truth and ban memes. But the funny thing is, he tried to do that and got memed to death. And it was glorious.
Chad, your prime minister is retarded.
He is a friggin'
Can we find that video? It is
there
hilarious.
are people that put superimpose me onto images of other silly things, and I think it's just their responsibility to
We
remove.
need to ban it.
It's
I
terrible.
mean, it shows how out of touch these idiots are. They do not understand a friggin' thing apart from trying to get a cash grab and power and control. And like, it shows they have no experience at all with the internet.
Bro.
To think that you could say something like that and not get memed to death.
Your
They don't even know what
country
Streisand effect is.
not only made not the thought of COVID camps, you actually constructed them and implemented them. Okay, dude.
And then people try to escape from them.
They had to go and hunt them down and capture them.
Like it was the worst in the world over here, especially and I'm in the worst state of the world. It was.
Oh my God! Just the FEMA camps. I remember our boy Alex Jones just getting roasted for talking about FEMA camps, and we got him.
Yeah,
we got him.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Wasn't in
and
our
by
country.
the way, right? They were censoring all that stuff. And so many of the things they were censoring ended up being true anyway. And they're trying to say you can trust us to tell you what's true. You friggin' hypocritical scumbags.
Okay.
I can't stand them. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for being on the show. Sorry you're in Australia.
Here.
Sorry. Hey.
Could be worse.
Intro every week.
Chad, everything's gonna be all right when Furiosa comes out. Okay, that will bring back your national pride. Okay, Furiosa. Oh my God.
I mean, Mad Max is basically a documentary.
It is. It's a damn good one, and of a better world than you have now.
Freedom, Gary. Freedom. Finally, that's what we hope.
Right. Hail meme. Hail memeology.
Memeology, our boy.
Is this the one?
This is the Australian Prime Minister.
Albanese.
I have not had those discussions, but social media platforms have a responsibility to make sure that
I need a fart button.
Isn't got out
but,
there. I
but the government
today,
doesn't.
For example,
I could just
on,
muster one up
on the
for
way
you.
up here, they've removed
Sure, Chrissy.
various sites that were up.
His last name should be on my knees because
containing,
he's a bitch.
fake images of
Why is he cosplaying Penfold from Danger
Right.
That's the sort of thing that is.
Where's the one with the clown face on him? You got to find the one with they imprinted the clown face on him. That's the one I was talking about.
I have literally no idea what
man.
this fuck is saying.
He's saying, "G'day, we're gonna totally get rid of
Name's
memes."
so rude, and I don't appreciate them.
Garrett, pull this one down. This is not the one.
Somebody else's face on something
man,
else.
There's one where
That guy looks so unserious.
Somehow I've got to be
Yeah,
able to.
it's like he just
read
rolled out
your
of bed
mind,
to make a
you know.
YouTube video.
I think Elon
Yeah,
retweeted it. The one with the clown face. That's the one I was talking about. That was funny.
But the
No,
goal,
I was. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, the goal he has to say that, they have a social responsibility to not spread misinformation with the crap that the government and people like him was saying during the pandemic, like literal bull crap, right? It's outrageous.
Do what we say,
Bloody
don't do what we do.
Exactly.
You know, the biggest purveyor of misinformation is the government. So
Yep.
there's that.
Yes, I think that's been pretty
collusion
clear
with media
forever, forever. While Garrett looks up that, I'll say hi, Ryan. How you doing?
I'm doing just.
Where are you being held
fantastic.
hostage?
There was a lot of.
Where's your
speculation on
cellmate?
Daily today.
Is it the Taliban?
I've got a private. Listen, I'm in solitary. I'm in a private room, which is good. I can neither confirm nor deny that it's members of the Muslim Brotherhood that may or may not have met me. They may or may not be treating me okay. We happen to have a lot of viewpoints that align about women, so we're getting along well. Also, listen, if ever they're shitting if ever they're like, "Oh, death to America," I'm like, listen, I fucking don't like women or gay people either, bro. Like, I'm with you. We're finding a lot of common ground.
But there's a
Yeah,
line.
I'm
There's
good.
a
I'm
line.
good.
They're like,
Temporarily.
you're not such a bad guy.
I'm all about bridging the gaps. You know what I mean?
Just say death to America. We'll leave your genitals alone.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm good other than that.
Hello, Comics Division.
Gary, how's it going?
Good. Hey, did you know there's a 1984 fully cast drama on Audible?
No, I wasn't aware of that. I did.
It's just called Australia.
I do have the audiobook for it. It's fantastic.
That's good.
Really, really well done. Yeah.
Hey, Legion of Memers, this is today on Daily, sharing my screen now. Legion of Memers already on it. So
That's me.
You got kind of a Downs look on you right there.
It's probably because when the camera's right here, when I'm looking at the chat, it's literally like right here. So it's like I'm looking just off the camera. Rough.
Oh, they have a gift for fighting like the worst, even if it's normal, the worst facial expressions or angles. It's great. Hail the Legion.
Is this
and that is a gift, by the way. That oh my god, there's a whole video of him like bitching about memes with clown face.
The internet is deep and vast.
The internet is very vast.
So
it's a wonder.
If this very specific meme is gonna find, I'm gonna be able to find.
Okay.
But this bloke thinks he's above the Australian law, that he's above common decency. And I tell you what, I say to Elon Musk that he is so out of touch. Got out there. I noticed today.
I just like scrolling through just memes and memes and memes of this guy.
Dude.
He deserves it. There are some great ones.
What a dingus.
Yeah.
Hey, did the guy in Scotland step down? They got a vote of no confidence, right? His drinker.
Oh no, he said he wasn't going to step down.
Yeah, I was going to say Az
has been looking at boobs and ass for the last 4 hours. He has no idea. We fucking World War III and he wouldn't care.
He's staring at his wallpaper.
As long as there's power, he's playing.
As long as there's still power.
Fine.
He's like, I think I heard.
Okay. I'm gonna buy a generator just in case.
I would.
Smart. You should.
Yeah, that would be
a good idea.
I would.
I know what Az has been watching. Here we go right here. We played this on daily right here. So here we go.
Oh.
Way.
Hey.
Yay.
All right. We're going to just keep this going on a loop, and we'll be back in an hour, everybody. Thank you.
Record-breaking show.
This is the thing that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, how is this in the game, yet they're censoring just a little bit of cleavage here and there?
Because they're just
weird.
They're responding to the urinalists and
yeah, don't you think the journalists might have problems with this one too? That's what I don't understand.
Well, they don't. They probably didn't play the game enough to know. That's my guess.
Well, no one's ever got past this point. This is the end of the game as far as anyone's aware.
No man has ever gotten past
this. This is the hardest point of any game in the history of gaming to get past.
Well, the irony behind all this is they're complaining about Stellar Blade, but they're defending the game Hades, where Aphrodite is practically naked, and they're all applauding that one because it's progressive.
Because
and
they're
No, but they love Stellar Blade. That's their problem. They love Stellar Blade. They actually like Eve. They can't criticize her body because her body's scanned from a real woman.
Yes.
And the actual face was sculpted through another woman who did the face changes to as well. So they can't attack it in that area. So they've had to try and find something. We went through an article where a guy had a fucking mental breakdown. So he talked about how he's asexual, but he's actually pro-sex and into women. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's not asexual.
I know. It's like, dude, I don't think you know what asexual is. And it's just like
it's a new word. It's a new word that means he can't get laid.
Exactly. That's exactly the conclusion we came to. It's like, hey, I'm asexual. No, you're just fucking disgusting to women. That's all you are. You're fucking repugnant. But that's it. They can't.
I tried to go gay, but no men wanted me either.
Stuck in the middle.
My favorite thing about the Hades controversy was they said, well, in Stellar Blade, you look down on her like a domineering patriarch, whereas with Hades, you look up at her, and so she's in the dominant position. And so you do realize there's a top-down camera in Hades, right?
Yes.
Like,
yeah,
you don't even know the game.
I was looking up at that last issue, last video. I was looking straight up on that.
I was looking at Eve like that at one point.
The dumbest part of the whole thing really is that apparently Sony felt the need to censor this shit. But what did we have? T. Louis 2 for Gary. Like we literally had Abby getting fucked, right? Turned around, like fucking stripped and fucked. And
that was art.
Fine. But
Abby's a man.
You have a little too much cleavage, and we need to censor. That's such
And all the message.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a message, then it's
absolutely-
okay. If you don't have the message, then it's awful.
It's evil.
Well, most of it is built around what men like. So because men like Stellar Blade, it means it had to be destroyed in this.
Yes.
And it's about breaking through the line. Like if you're saying I will not censor this, then you've got a hard and fast rule, and it's a lot harder to break through. Whereas it's like, okay, we'll censor a bit. It's like, okay, now we'll censor this bit, and then in the other DLCs we'll censor the next bit. And once you've said yes to something, it's a lot harder to say no the next time.
Yes, that is correct.
At the end of the day, they cannot let this game go by without a controversy, because if they do, then it proves all of their previous points to be irrelevant, which they are. But that's why they're trying to invent new controversies with this game now, because this game.
They've just
I
sold
like the
more
character.
copies,
I
that's
like
what
the
they've done.
story. I like the game. Fuck.
Yeah.
What do I do?
That's literally what the articles have been. The articles have actually been that. And so it's just been like, but she's so overly sexualized, and they put her in horrendous costumes, which are optional, and you can change if you don't like them. And the guy gave himself away because it was just like, I was disgusted by the costumes, so I put her in this really sort of like conservative, the liberal talking about fucking conservative, this really sort of conservative outfit, and then at the end it's just like, I was so upset. There she was in a bikini, and we're like, wait a minute, that's an optional costume. Got him! Fucking got him!
The cope has been next level with this. Like, I tried reaching that Kotaku article where they're trying to give a pass to the Hades and rag on, and the bullcrap that they reached to try and justify their hypocrisy was hilarious. It's unbelievable how blatantly hypocritical these people are.
Well, Alyssa Marcante and hypocrisy go hand in hand, so there you go.
Marcante.
Well, it's not based on a principle. It's based off what we want to achieve. And so they'll literally say anything in order to get the goal.
Yes.
Principles, only one side has principles, which is why they don't care about being a hypocrite. You can call it them, but it makes no impact at all.
Nope.
Yep.
Hi, Garrett.
Hey, what's up? Hey, it was really cool, Gary, to see you on Piers Morgan. This very prestigious interview. It was very cool.
He clearly only interviews the most
your
important
second
people.
appearance though was weird.
Okay, I'm just trying to. I was trying to up my game. I was just trying to up my game. I had to dress last minute, and I had an accident
In the
on the
dark.
stars. Yes.
Mr. Nerdrotic, seriously though, question. Did you think accosting Alec Baldwin was okay?
And then he screamed tits out for Harambe.
I say, condemn the MCU. Just condemn the MCU. That's all I want you to say.
Be careful. You better be careful.
Pre-checked, I know.
That's magical.
Yeah,
I think we should get both of these fellas on the show at the same time.
That. To be fair, that's the person Alec Baldwin should aim for.
Yeah.
I just like that you're going to put a top on, but it's like, no, I just want it pulled up here. I'm not going to actually wear it.
Before.
It really is like it really does kind of show you that maybe we haven't ranked up as much as we thought.
No.
Maybe Piers is just falling off so hard.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's Pierce falling.
Paul, if you're out there.
I just love the pitch for a show. It's like, we want to give you a talk show. It's like, okay, but I want my name everywhere. And it's like behind him, it's on the ceiling, it's on the floor, it's on the wall next to him, wherever you look. I need people to know who I am.
That was a wild appearance from that crazy ass chick, though.
It was a crazy week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still smarter than Hassan and Destiny combined. So,
yes. and I have zero sympathy for Alec Baldwin. Zero. Fuck him. I know a lot of people are like, well, this makes me sympathetic to Alec Baldwin. Not me. I like a good woke on woke crime. I have no sympathy for either party.
My favorite part was the fake out where he was like looking over here. Alec was like, "Yeah, you do some a favor for me."
Boom!
I like he's totally again. If he fucking hits that bitch one more time or slaps her camera, I'm on fucking acquit Alec Baldwin team. All right, totally redeemed himself.
Let's go, Alec.
Oh man.
I believe in
Just
second
ask him if I
chances.
can go to the set of Rust. Like I'll be total Alec Baldwin kill if he kicks that bitch in the face. That'd be so funny.
Hey, Odin,
What's up? How's it going?
As a box office person, you do realize you could probably take the rest of the year off. Because I was
At this point, that's what it seems like.
I was looking at the release. We're gonna go over the release schedule later. We're gonna
it's
go over
awful.
it. It's fucking grim.
It's
I will.
rough.
I will say, like, the Disney keeps on giving us stories to talk about, though, because they keep releasing these numbers of how much money they actually spent on their films.
Because they
last year.
have to. I know. Huh?
Exactly.
What was it? What's the latest one? Ant-Man, right?
Ant-Man, $330 million was the total cost, and then
He reported 200 million, by the way.
Yep.
That 200 million was the estimated budget for that they let everybody run with, that they didn't try to correct anybody.
Yep.
In reality, 330 million. What is it with the tax credit?
275, 276, which means they still lost about $200 million on the film.
Is that all?
What about marketing on top, though?
That's what I said. Like $200 million when you add in all the marketing stuff together. It's not good.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't include marketing.
More than 200 fucking million.
Right.
That's what he's adding. If you add in 100 to 150 million roughly on the marketing, that's what we're looking at loss.
So, I mean, it sounds much worse when you say $250 million, because that's what it was.
Mm.
$250 million.
I
But
think you can take $250 million loss and be like, eh.
It's fine.
What's even
I
more
think
funny
Let's
is
keep making dog shit.
No,
when you add up
please.
all of the money lost since 2021, the Marvel Cinematic Universe alone has lost $1 billion.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. And today's isn't today. I'm seeing the clip might be yesterday.
Infinity
today.
War.
Infinity War. 5 years since the end of not Infinity War. It was
Endgame.
Endgame.
5 years. 5 years since Endgame was yesterday. I believe today is 6 years since Infinity War.
Since Infinity War. So 6 years since the last good movie, and then Endgame. Which, if you remember, Comics Division, you and I think it was a Friday. You and I reviewed it on this channel many years ago, and we came out, we're like, man, we really like that movie. And by the time we were done with our live stream, we're like, man, it kind of sucked.
Fuck this movie.
Me and Jeremy were talking about
like
this
that.
today.
I still like Endgame.
I still like it as well.
I don't.
Bad film. I like it.
I have not
many
watched
problems.
it since I saw it in the theater. Because I knew that if I see it again, I'm not
it's
going to like
nowhere
the movie.
near as good as Infinity War, but I still like it a lot.
It's
I
got
hated
moments,
Endgame
but
from
it
the
makes
start.
no fucking sense. And
Yes, it
we
does a
can't,
ton of damage.
we can't
It does a
forget
ton
it's
of
been
damage.
5 years since the 5-year blip. So
It does a ton of damage. It makes things way more fucking complicated and complex. They fucked a lot of shit up with it. A lot of the storylines, the way they end, don't make sense. But I was talking to Jeremy about this. I was talking to somebody else about it yesterday as well. That's even with everything that's happened with Marvel, all this, seeing that like little 3-minute clip of the On Your Left and everybody slowly coming
exactly.
out.
How did he have the same
Assemble.
transmitter from Wakanda from 5 years ago,
the
where he just
portal.
woke up and it just it's
He
still
got
he just turned it on
Reassembled. He got reassembled.
in
It's fine.
10 minutes.
Black magic, baby.
Also, how long
Black
does that
girl
last?
magic. That's how.
Until somehow all the
I'm
women
just
find
kidding.
each other on the battlefield because
It's
they
fine.
all
It's a
went in
good
sync.
scene. You're right. It's a good
Shut
scene.
the
I'm
fuck
just-
up. Listen, yes.
You shut the fuck up.
Like that moment still, even with all its flaws, it was like the culmination of 10 years of storytelling and so many characters that you really liked and were really invested in. And that moment was like everything in the theater at the time. And I still get chills when I watch that shit.
I mean,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
it was
Everything that's happened
awesome
since
with
then.
like a fucking hippie Hulk and Fat Thor and a Thanos from another world from 3 years ago.
Yeah,
But Tony
I hear you.
Stark
I have
in
a
the
lot
story.
of criticism.
Yeah,
for
but the
movie
closing
itself.
of Tony Stark's story is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, there's
it's
great
really
moments
good.
in it. There's great
So,
moments.
I very
I
much
love-
like Endgame.
I love Captain America getting Thor's hammer and fighting.
Mhm.
That was just
Yep.
like
Yeah, the setup and payoff of that through the Avengers. Yeah, it was great.
They couldn't have given us like
the sacrifice should have been the 5-year blip is wiped as well.
Yes, that was my. I had two big problems with the way the thing ended because Tony Stark fucked up the entire world by refusing to not set things back to the way they were in the beginning instead of even those 5 years. And I get it, like it's his fucking daughter, right? Like how could you make that decision? But at the same time, he just destroyed a lot of people's fucking lives.
That's the sacrifice. The
that would be
sacrifice
the
isn't
sacrifice.
him. That's the
Exactly.
sacrifice. And then when he's dying, that's when she tells him, she says, "I'm pregnant." And that's that. Then he can die happy.
yes,
then 'cause
that's
he
so
knows
much
that he's
better
gonna be
knows that
born.
it's the
because
same-
you know what?
Yeah.
It's so much better to have people falling out of the air that were in a plane 5 years ago and the plane's not there, or the entire populace being in a different part of space than where Earth is.
Yeah, because he could just be
You know?
Pepper. He could have just been like saying sorry to Pepper as he's dying. She's just like, Tony, I'm pregnant.
But
Yeah, and then
hang
his
on, hang on.
eyes.
What's frustrating about this? They had the Infinity Stones. These are magical bullcrap devices that can do anything. Just take everyone who was born in that 5-year period back in time and reset it. Click your fingers and do that. You can
Even
do
that
anything
has
with
even
these.
that
They're
is
like paperweights, really.
Well, it all would have been worth it. It's all worth it because then we got Captain Marvel, Black Widow, Shang-Chi. I mean, come on, guys. It was totally worth it.
Especially since we have the Fountain of Youth and we just completely ignore that. We can just make people young again.
And also, the idea that Steve Rogers would be willing to live this life where he watches all the atrocities that happen, all the people that are killed, while he just sits there happy getting blowjobs from his girl.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. You and I would do that in a second. Captain America would not.
That's the difference.
She's insanely hot.
Yes.
And those are all, but I think a big part of it is like in the theater, in the moment, so many people, going through this thing together. And then you get out and you're walking to your car and you're driving home. You're like, God, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. What the fuck were they thinking there? And that's kind of how I remember Endgame. But with all that being said, still, they have some moments that to me are just fucking awesome.
Better than 99% of the shit.
And where it becomes really unbelievable about the Captain America thing is, that Steve Rogers nor Chris Evans would just sit there and let a woman give them a blowjob for the rest of their lives and be happy. So,
I was waiting for that, and I was not disappointed. Hey, let's finish introduction, shall we? Hey, Chrissy. Welcome back, Chrissy Mayer, everybody.
I think she's got her tits out. She's got her tits out right now.
Oh, the chat's like, so?
Why'd you think I introduced her?
How do you let Gavin whip out his thing? You can't do this? You can't do this for us? What the hell? What the hell? Oh, God, Shad. I don't know. What is this?
Oh, yeah.
I'll leave it up to you, Garrett.
Oh, boy.
So here's just one.
No!
One of the
God.
memes. One of the memes. But wait, there's more.
I kind of trust him more now.
That's fantastic.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Well, his last name is Albino, right?
This might be my favorite. This one's very well done.
Yes.
I'm ready to move to Australia.
And, yeah. So, these are all the result of him saying "Don't meme on me." And,
oh God!
Do you know the internet, you idiot? And so he just got dunked on relentlessly as he deserved. It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Funny.
Chrissy will be back. She's got to feed little Frank and Big Frank. Let's be real.
Okay.
And Big Frank. What do you want to start? Hey, we have Disparu here. What's up, Disparu? Nice haircut.
I like how Gary halfway through realized he hasn't introduced Disparu.
You can't prove that.
So what we got up first?
You can't prove it. No. Plausible deniability.
Hey, what do you want to take?
Nice
away?
At least it wasn't when someone mentioned boobs. He's like, oh, by the way, Disparu's here. It's like,
yeah. Well, I was waiting until I mentioned lesbians, but what's up?
Well, speaking of Velma,
yes.
what about, there isn't many movies coming up, and I'm like, no, this is the golden age. For TV, we've got Velma, then there's MILF Manor leading into The Acolyte. The next few months are going to be gold, so
House
there's
of the
plenty
Dragon
to talk about.
Oh, and Rings of Power. So
yes.
This reminds me, your theory, because you shot me in our very private DMs. You shot me Fellowship of the Fans because I'm blocked, so I can't see any of their stuff. And they put up a thing basically saying, "Hey, we're halfway there. Half of the episodes have been edited, and all the effect shots are done. They're completed. So half of the episodes are completed." And I'm like, you know what? They're gonna dump this all at once. They're not gonna release it weekly. They're gonna dump it all at once.
Dude, I can't. I can barely get through one episode. I can't do it all at once.
Oh well.
Sometimes we forget, right? It started off with over 100 critics watching it, and then by the end it was down to 20 or 30. So they couldn't even stand it either.
Yeah.
Well,
it still doesn't make sense.
You mentioned Acolytes
give it
coming
to
out.
me and give it to me raw.
You mentioned Acolytes coming out soon. My question for the panel and for the chat: who's more likely to show up on the set first, George Lucas or Harvey Weinstein?
Alec Baldwin.
Together.
They both have trouble walking, but Harvey's got to beat that charge in L.A. Before he's able to visit.
He's not free.
Yeah,
What if they
he's still
both
got
show
23 years.
That's a good way to get some marketing on the show. Having George
Have
and
you
Harvey
ever
Weinstein.
seen them in the same room?
Hey, that's right. That's right. What we do know is that neither one of them have any interest in hitting on Leslie Headland.
No, I saw somebody. Somebody put her face on like a Lego head, and it was perfect. Like they didn't have to manipulate anything.
The next girl just put up a poll in the chat.
Yep.
Who will show
That was
to
fast.
first, George Lucas or Harvey Weinstein?
Oh wow!
Harvey's winning, by the way.
Oh, Harvey. Harvey. Hey, we'll get to.
It's legitimately more likely.
Prison's been rough for him, man. I mean, he's desperate.
We'll get to our deep dive discussion on Velma in a moment. But first, I do want to talk about George Lucas. Do you have the video? Oh, no, I guess it's got nothing to do with Kath. You know what? I wanted to, Perry. You need to take that Kathleen Kennedy video and turn it into a Diddy video.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, where is Diddy?
Where is Diddy?
Where is he?
I'm not. Listen, I'm making an executive call. We are not discussing gay black rappers on this show. Last episode got taken down. We're not doing it.
We're not
Gary,
gonna...
don't take us down that road again.
That was one of the best episodes we've ever done.
That was pretty great.
Can we talk about Will Smith and Barack Obama then?
Dude,
Kind of cancels out both of them.
It got 150,000 impressions on, last time I checked, on Twitter. I don't know what that means. 75,000 views on Rumble, because I just uploaded it there. Have no idea what it did on Odyssey. You can find it. It's around.
Yeah, it's around. It's a damn
and
good
it
episode.
might come back to YouTube. I haven't heard back on the. I did my little warning school, and then I appealed it, saying it was educational.
Maybe it'll come back.
So because I did my warning school, and it said like if you have a dildo and you're showing it educationally, it's fine. So I'm like, that was educational. Clearly.
Why'd you say it like that? Like, if you have a dildo.
Dildo. So I don't say dildo very much. Probably not.
Like Forrest Gump.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Because strokes are contagious, and I spent too much time around fucking Chris Gore in Vegas. That's
Hear me
It was so unnecessary.
dildo.
Harvey Weinstein are going to join forces with Vince McMahon, and they're going to create another wrestling company to compete with WWE.
Are they going to call it raping wrestling?
Wrestling and rape.
Take cage match to a whole new level.
Yeah.
It's the RWF.
I would fucking watch the fuck out of that. Watch the fuck out of that.
What are you saying?
Everybody's finding those
People's
G's,
casting
boy.
couch.
So
You would want to wrestle in the league. What are you talking about?
where did this George Lucas, dare I ask, where did this George Lucas rumor come from? Because all I saw was YouTuber. So
Okay.
Star Wars Theory had a live
Star Wars
stream.
Theory. Okay.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Star Wars Theory was interviewing Roger Christian,
Yeah.
who did a lot of work on, original trilogy. I think he was a second unit director maybe for Return of the Jedi and Phantom Menace. Like, been around. Right?
Old school. Old school dude.
school guy. Hasn't done work on Star Wars in a very long time, like 20 years.
Yep.
But he said something to the fact he starts talking. He's like, yeah, I heard, George is coming back. And Star Wars is like, what? And he like gets excited. The whole chat gets excited. He's like, yeah, I heard, I read some things that he's coming back to work on a new series. He's coming back to Lucasfilm. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, with all due respect, you probably since he said I read, he fucking read an article that comes out every fucking 6 months about one of these fucking retarded rumors that is never truthful, that is always bullshit about, he's coming back. But just if you think about it for a second, if this was true, if George Lucas was returning to work on a secret live action project, they would be trumpeting that from the fucking mountaintops. You literally just had George Lucas come out and endorse Bob Iger and the whole fucking thing. You're telling me that you wouldn't come out and tell everybody that? That is bullshit, number one. He also said something to the effect of, George, he's been very active on the sets. The last time we saw George Lucas on a set of a Star Wars project was Mando Season 2.
Yep.
That's like, filming of that was like almost, we're approaching 4 years ago, I think. So if you've seen George Lucas lately, videos of him, the dude can barely walk.
Yeah, his health has declined quite a bit.
And it just, it tells you Star Wars fans are so goddamn desperate to have some hope that George could come back. But when you put all these pieces together, does it make any honestly, ask yourself the question, does it make any fucking sense to you? Any of it?
No.
The answer is no.
And
I will eat crow if I'm wrong. Listen, I've gone with my gut on this shit for a long fucking time. I've never been wrong. I don't think I'll be wrong. But if I am, and George Lucas comes fucking back, 80-year-old George Lucas, who has, I'm praying for his health, but he doesn't look like he's in the best of shape right now. If he is coming back to do a secret live-action Star Wars project, I will eat crow. But come the fuck on. Can we please get over this?
The reality is that man has maybe 5-6 years left in him. Why would he be wasting that much time with Star Wars rather than his family?
You're all shit. You're full of shit, right? Number one, George Lucas is writing a trilogy for Star Wars. And number two, Gene Carano was seen filming The Mandalorian Season 3. Okay?
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, no, come on.
And Kathleen Kennedy was walking out the exit door.
Yeah.
Box in hand.
We've seen the contract. She's gone.
That rumor might not be true. George Lucas might not, the whole George Lucas thing might not be true, but I have read that, and I think this one is true, that Kathleen Kennedy's going to be fired soon. So,
breaking news, people. Now let's
treat
this with the proper respect here. You're breaking news right now, Shad.
I know. It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
We take that seriously around here.
Hey, I heard that from Matthew Baloney. Matthew Baloney said that Baloney, whatever the fuck his name is, Baloney, said 2 years ago that Kathleen Kennedy was out the door. That is the same Matthew Baloney who was saying that she's not the woke architect you think she is.
Well, do you know that ad
or is she
article?
Kennedy's employment status is queer.
See how that song would be perfect for Diddy?
For the Acolyte, dude. It had nothing to do with Kathleen Kennedy. It was all about pushing the Acolyte.
And again, it would be one thing if he'd come out and said, yeah, listen, I had some people that told me this. He says, I heard and I read it. When you read it, it's because it's a fucking article. It's a bullshit article that spins off a bullshit fucking rumor on a bullshit website. Like that's what we're saying.
And as I said in my video and I talked about it, it doesn't matter if he comes back.
Yeah, it's just pointless.
That's the truth. Anyway. It doesn't matter. The reality of it is he's in his late 70s, I think, not in the best of health, and he doesn't have a ton of time left. Probably he doesn't have maybe good 10 years if we're being generous, and I hope he does. I hope he has 30 years left. But
low quality years.
The point being is that he can't save Star Wars because he doesn't have any power. And it's already been ruined. He can't save it. No one can save it. If you like it, that's perfectly fine. If you enjoy what they're giving you, that's perfectly fine. But for the people that are frustrated with Disney Star Wars, he can't save it. It will not happen. He's on record. I played the videos where he said they didn't want me involved. That would just mess things up. I don't have any power anymore when they rejected his outline for the sequel trilogy. He can't save it. No one can. It's gone. Let it go.
Let it go.
And as far as apathy is at a record level too, so nobody fucking cares anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Well, there's one thing that would actually save Star Wars. It'll never happen for a long time. But if it went public domain, if it went public domain, the fans could save it. That's what actually would bring.
That's
Star
not
Wars
happening.
Back.
Yeah, we'll wait for that for 100 years.
And that's the other thing. It's like, so you're telling me that George is doing a live action series set in the Disney timeline?
Doesn't make any sense.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
no.
If that were the case, would it be something to be excited about?
Yeah.
Like, unless you like, it genuinely would be something to get excited about if they came out and made an announcement. Hey guys, George wants to be involved with Star Wars. As of right now, he is returning as president of Lucasfilm and has final say on all fucking projects. That might be something that'd be like, still, he's fucking old and it's not happening. But that'd be something, okay, Like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah.
But but if you're telling me he's coming back to
actively shoot and like go into the studio and leave his home, are you crazy? No.
Even then, if someone's got like overall control, he's still gonna have to fight the rest of the company that wants to change everything and would fight him on everything. And so you can have final say, but if you have the entire company working against you to try and change it into their own thing,
and that would automatically make you an enemy of Kathleen Kennedy. Like, so you would have a very disgruntled studio head amongst your ranks that you probably still couldn't fire because she's Kathleen Kennedy, and it would create more bullshit in Lucasfilm, which is just an organization of bullshit, of division and bullshit. It's so fucking catty there. It's such a joke compared to what it used to be.
And of course, this rumor comes on the heels of 2 weeks ago. Oh, by the way, Favreau's out after he's done filming this movie and it releases 2 years from now.
Hey, Kathleen Kennedy.
Deal.
Kathleen Kennedy is leaving as soon as she's decides
fired
to.
as soon as her contract runs
soon
out.
as she decides to leave.
I can't wait till like
Eventually
20.
she'll die.
I've heard 20, 30 years down the line when we can
She's gonna
dissect
live
this
forever,
whole
Ryan.
thing, it's gonna be great.
All the
'cause it's
thumbnails,
just
I was right.
fascinating.
I've heard from a very reliable cosplayer that he's seen the contract. Okay, I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, but just if you get caught up in it, you think, no, there's still hope. It's like, does it make any sense to you that if this happened, that it would be some sort of fucking big secret project that they wouldn't immediately want to come out and announce? Look at all the shit they fucking announced and haven't followed through on.
I know.
Like, it's But you're telling me this thing is that they're keeping it really close to the vest. The thing that would actually make a large portion of the fan base be excited and energized. Come on, man.
No, and just look over look over at one of your fellow older franchises, Doctor Who. They got everybody back they wanted. They got Russell T Davies, they got Bad Wolf, every producer, they got Murray Gold, the composer back. They got David Tennant back, Catherine Tate back, and it was fucking terrible. Be careful what you wish for.
Well, the people aren't the same today as they were years ago. And they want to talk about, oh, other people are in echo chambers. No, Hollywood is. They are. And every single person they know have been radicalizing each other. They're intelligent enough to kind of consume what they think is the dominant ideology, but then they're also intelligent enough to want to appear better than everyone else. So they all add a bit, and then I'll add a bit, and I'll add a bit. Before you know it, you're down the road so far, you can't even see where you were before. And every person you talk to agrees with you. So even the people that had talent before now can't because of that new ideology.
Look at Russell T Davies, right? This dude was fucking gay 20 years ago, right? That hasn't changed. He's still fucking gay now.
No, still sucking dick.
But the difference is, it is completely in the entertainment industry. It is completely acceptable to push all of these views to the forefront and use your entertainment as a way to fucking change society and blah, 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 which before they were just worried about fucking getting people to watch, making good shit, keeping jobs, getting more jobs. But now that same person makes different content.
This is right. This has nothing to do with gay whatsoever. Nothing to do with gay. Nobody's ever given a shit. Hey, guess what? Film industry. Do you know there might be some gay people there?
Yeah. I want to tell you, it's been the entertainment industry. Gay people have always had a problem getting work there.
Yeah, it's especially musical theater,
especially in Broadway,
right? I'll tell you what the problem that came along. This is the problem that fucking came along.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yep.
That's what's caused every single fucking bit of the problem.
It's because
Russell T Davies.
It's because gay acceptance happened fucking 20 years ago.
Yeah,
and the activists still needed something
they
to
need
grift.
something to virtue
Yeah,
signal.
they needed something to grift, and they got a lot of allies, and the Alphabet Mafia turned into the Alphabet Mafia, which is a political sect. It is not the average gay person. It is a political party at this point. It is an ideology. It is a movement that needs to replicate and conquer, absolutely conquer. Plant their flags on everything, and that's what we've seen happen. And that usually is through risk-averse corporations that don't want to be called homophobe. And in Hollywood, where all of those gay people have a hard time getting work and don't have any power whatsoever, there wouldn't be any retribution. And it's an overcorrection. It's revenge. And I think it's best displayed by Russell T Davies coming back, who was an inspiration. He started Queer as Folk 20 years ago. And that show was accepted.
Queer as Folk 30 years ago.
30 years ago. Sorry, my bad. Wow. 30 years ago. brought in a gay character in Doctor Who that nobody had a fucking problem with, and
Not
was
the
great.
slightest.
But he's come back and he's clearly said, this is a platform now, so I can push my ideology. He doesn't say it in this article, but he says it in the Variety article. And strangely enough, Variety, the one quote they left out is the one where they essentially say, yeah, we know it's it's on Disney Plus now, and we're pushing it for kids. And by the way, Disney Plus has Disney's got a bit of a rep right now, a well-earned rep, and this doesn't help dissuade people from thinking about this reputation that they've earned. And they clearly want to push it to between 6 and 12-year-olds.
Mm-hmm. He also explained why it's happening now rather than before. Because before, he said he felt like the world was already in trouble. And so if people needed an escape to get away from it. Whereas now he sees the danger as in the future, but it's like predictable. So if we educate enough people on these things, we can literally prevent the apocalypse which is coming in the future. Which is why they're willing to do anything. They will destroy anything because the way they see it, it is we succeed in this or the entire world ends. So there's absolutely no line they won't cross. There's no IP they won't destroy, and anyone that stands in the way is literally causing the apocalypse from their point of view. Which is why he's so desperate to educate.
The irony is, if they do succeed, the world does end.
Well,
fair enough. They're hastening the apocalypse. But
That is the actual irony, Russell.
I mean-
just saying, buddy.
if you want evidence that they unironically believe that, I mean, the Eternals was going to save people's lives.
That's how they think.
Do you know how many lives this movie's going to save?
Stellar Blade. Women are killing
Garrett,
themselves because of Stellar Blade.
Put up this tweet by Elon. It's it's an old meme, but you can. It checks out, and just it says climate change, but insert Alphabet Mafia, insert CRT, insert DEI.
Yeah.
Be honest.
That's what it is.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all it is.
The interesting thing with the Eternals as well is they said the film saved lives, but they also cancelled the TV show. Which means, no, we're just fine with all these people that we could have saved. That's a bit expensive to save those, isn't it?
Yep.
We'll just let them go.
I guess
pick a lane.
Right? Well, they were expendable after we couldn't make any money, so it's okay.
They are the expendables.
Well, that's the whole thing, is they are being used. This is a giant grift. That's why RTD and Rings of Power a year ago and Disney Star Wars will do it with the Acolyte. They did it with Obi-Wan. That's why they get ahead of this stuff and create the fan baiting stuff and start gaslighting. Aside from them raising all their pastel and colorful flags, the highest flag they're raising is the red one. Every time you hear that, every time you fucking hear that, my show sucks. We know it sucks. And holy shit, we just got to start attacking people. We got to get ahead of stuff. And that's what they're trying to do, is just get ahead of stuff, because they know what the criticism will be, because they created it and they know it sucks. They know it sucks. But RTD signed there's a 2-year deal. So we're getting 2 seasons of Doctor Who, no matter what. Now they're shorter seasons, you remember when the seasons used to be 13 episodes? They used to be 13 episodes.
They're finished filming the next season.
Right. So these seasons are 8 episodes each.
That's almost all television now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are there any? Is Reacher? How many episodes is Reacher? 10?
10, I think.
8 or 10,
8.
right?
Most television shows are 8 now, and they used to be 10, and before that they were 24.
Yep.
We're just getting this smaller and smaller amount.
You'll get to 6 and eventually.
And then when they're really shitty on Netflix, the final season's 3 or 4, maybe 5.
Yeah. Everyone.
Hi, Witcher.
What a lot of people are aiming. I think when people started to hop into streaming and make things for streaming, they tried to replicate kind of the HBO template. And that's kind of what we've seen from a lot of HBO series over the past couple of decades, is those kind of 10, 12 episodes, stuff like that. I feel like that's the kind of storytelling people really wanted to feel like streaming was going to be all about. Unfortunately, most things have missed the mark when it comes to the level of quality that we had from some of those old HBO shows.
It's also way more expensive.
A show like Reacher should be a little lower budget and 24 episodes long, and it's just a procedural action show. That's fun.
No. They're adaptations of books. So if you're talking about that type of show, and you could make something more traditional like Law and Order or whatever, like we used to have on TV all the time, that I agree with you. Reacher is an adaptation of a specific 250 to 300 page book.
Yeah,
so the length kind of makes sense for those.
There was an article talking about the strikes where it said it actually making 8 episode seasons it can't be done because it's too expensive. You'd take something like Stargate SG-1, and you can reuse those sets for literally multiple seasons of 22 episodes, and you really get your money's worth out of them. And then you might visit a quarry or something every now and again, or a smaller set for the episode, and that's what you do. Yeah,
do
exactly.
people have the attention span though to stay tuned into 24 episodes now of anything?
They're episodic. If they're episodic,
they've been
if
trained
they're
to
episodic,
they could.
In the past fucking 2 months, I've binge watched Suits twice and White Collar once.
Right?
Like,
yeah, you're a fucking psychopath. I said generally speaking, like
if it's episodic, if it's
good,
not
but-
like an arc and it's just episodic television, yes, I think so. That's what it was meant to be originally.
I think Suits has proved that. It's been at the top for weeks.
And
or
also
more
just think in general, they don't have the enough talented people to write 24 episodes
well, that's
of good
true.
television.
Speaking
to
of
keep
which,
people's attention span.
Garrett put up this tweet real quick. This is gonna be. It's got 13 likes. This is hilarious.
Oh.
Put this tweet up. Well, once you get maybe most people won't know who this guy is, but once I give you his background, this is the founder of Amazon Prime and Amazon Studios. This is the guy who originally got the rights to Rings of Power, The Boys, Invincible, Man in the High Castle, when the Tick, when they started good stuff. Yeah, this was, and then unceremoniously Me Too'd at a fucking party for making a dick joke, ruined his career.
Yep.
So Prime Video didn't have a new TV show in the Nielsen Top 25 for 2023. Yikes. That would be 0 new hit shows under the new WGA agreement. Oh, well. So he roasted Amazon and the WGA in one fucking tweet. It's fucking great. I love it. So, this guy kind of knows his shit, and Amazon has put tons of money into Prime Studios and stuff. It got taken over by Jennifer Salk, and she's been an utter fucking failure. We'll see how The Boys does. It's like
with your Rings of Power thing, where you were talking about we've got halfway through the episodes. 9 days before that tweet, they also did. We've only got 2 months left, and then we're finished with the show. So. Can you do half of a series in 2 months of editing?
Well, if you're
it
gonna,
seems really quick.
That seems insanely quick. But I think they had a lot of time to work on it during the strike. Maybe I doubt they did previs. But that's why my theory stands that they are going to release it all at once. Because if you have half the season done, you can start scheduling now. You could start scheduling. You could definitely make a trailer. You could definitely give us some fucking stills. You can start your promotion. So I heard they were going to wait until after Fallout came out. So we're by the way, all that talk of Fallout.
Yeah.
the games are still popular. Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks, and
it's
I don't know if people are going to be talking about it much anymore.
Yeah,
it's not that good. Diversity is our strength.
But it could. Okay, I
agree.
I
watched it, and I didn't think it was.
You cannot deny a created conversation, though.
Horrible.
Like, for a week, it created a lot of conversation. So imagine that spread out over 8.
People seem to have liked it, but
I liked parts of it. Like I was super invested in the ghoul. I was somewhat interested in Lucy's story and like what exactly was going on at this vault or that vault. I hated Maximus, not because he's black, but because I hate his character.
Yeah, his character.
His character was the worst.
Thanks for pointing that out, Ryan.
Hey, I like
the potential to be a good character.
Ghoul. I like the ghoul. He's a person of color.
Yeah, he's got a beigey burnt tan, maybe.
Polygon came out with an article that says Fallout's costume designer explains why the ghoul looks so hot.
I saw that. It's like
he doesn't have a nose. Like, what are you talking about?
I want off. When I see that, I just go away.
It's that toxic masculinity, literally toxic.
Like we crave the boot.
That threw me when I heard that there were people supposedly thirsting after the ghoul. I was like, "Who the hell? What? Where did that come from?"
It's the modern
this
era.
Ugly, mutated freak.
They're deprived of any kind of masculinity. So when they see it anywhere, they're like, "Oh, damn, that's
what I was gonna go with too."
Well, it's for women that have a dog, are single, and their cupboards are just full of peanut butter.
Hey, all those women
for the dog or for them.
Both. Hey, all those women liked Daryl on Walking Dead. He didn't take a fucking bath for like 7 fucking years.
Yeah, he's greasy as hell.
But they were all in love with him. That's just how it goes. But I gave up 2 episodes of Fallout. I didn't care. I didn't give a shit about anything that was going on in the show. And
you can only scream diversity so many times.
yeah, seriously. I mean, it reminded me a lot of Rogue One, where it was like I could see the casting and just seeing like where they're actively going out of their way to not cast, white dudes in specific roles because they can't, because DEI. It's just too obvious in that show, so it was distracting for me.
It's too obvious, and the story wasn't very good. That's ultimately that's where it falls apart.
Yeah.
The story isn't good. If the story is good and it makes sense in the world, okay, we're along for the ride, no problem. But to me, I agree with you. The story, I was engaged more in the early episodes than the later episodes. It got dumber as it went on.
That's the problem, is once they start explaining some of the things that happened, you're like, well, God, it kind of doesn't make any sense for that to happen if
Exactly.
this actually going to. And that was kind of, so it does fall apart in the last couple episodes. But
we're going to blow up the world to raise our stock prices.
Exactly. Like the
I'm fine with that,
explanations
yeah.
were retarded. It's the type of show, the more you think about it, the worse it gets.
And it's supposed to be a parody, but like to write a good parody, I think one of the best examples in the world is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book, not the movie, the book in the series. That's an awesome parody. It's absurdity, it's satire, and it's done perfectly. You have to be talented and funny, and I don't think Jonathan Nolan, Lisa Joy, and the writer from Captain Marvel are.
I think it also comes down to how you write
talented,
these
but
things.
not funny. Jonathan
So
Nolan.
you can take the events of the series as you write them and go, okay, what would explain all of these things? Or you can have a villain in mind and just go, well, I want capitalism to be the problem. So you just write it that way, whether it makes sense or not.
Yeah, you just
and so
shoehorn it in there.
It's like, this is where we want to end, and we didn't write it that way, but, they won't really know. I think one thing you can say, though, is, as Garrett said, the game's really popped off for that week.
That's
they
good.
all hit the top of the sales charts and stuff. So,
Yes.
that means if they'd done it weekly, those games would have kept selling because people
that's
would
what
have carried
happened.
on watching them for
Hell,
longer.
That's where all
and
the
where they
hype
could have
is
made their
right
money.
now.
Dude,
the hype is still there for the
The
Fallout
Lord of
games.
the Rings
They're
books
still people
sales
playing.
went fucking crazy during Rings of Power, which was great. That's great.
Go back to the originals.
And Amazon made more money off that than
There's
the
stupid
show.
alternative covers with the damn hands.
Oh fuck! I didn't touch those. Nobody would touch those. I'm so petty. I saw them at Barnes and Noble. I fucking hid them at the Barnes and Noble. I put other bucks in front of them.
I used to do that.
I'm a
with
petty
Disney
son of
Star
a
Wars.
bitch.
It's a
I used to do that
blasphemy,
with
man.
Disney Star Wars books, like in the first couple of years after all that shit happened. By the way, yesterday was 10 years since they gave the axe to the expanded universe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
Decade of sadness.
I do think Fallout would have done worse if they put it out weekly, because it's the type of show, like I said, the more you think about it, the worse it gets. And if they gave a week breathing room between each episode for everybody to start to actually think about each episode individually, because it does drop
Maybe
off.
that's why they dropped it all at once.
That's
That's
why
what
they're
I
doing it
masses.
empowered
Because
that way
I
too.
reckon heaps of people would have jumped ship and never finished the series.
Yeah, but why would they care? If they've still got your subscription, and weekly would have sold the games for longer, so they would have made more money overall, which is the entire point.
Bethesda would have made it.
I think so.
it's the IP,
My
yeah.
take is I actually kind of disagree, because I don't think it. I was very intrigued. I would say until like episode 6 or 7
Really?
is when that's when I started like I don't know. I don't
Ryan,
really buy what's going down here.
I reckon if we had a discussion on each individual episodes where I point out all the dog crap of each episode, right? People would have started to realize that, oh, this show sucks. And because when it's thrown at you in one whole heap, you binge it, and you're not paying a lot of attention.
A lot
to
gets
all
lost
the-
in-
exactly.
But you don't
exactly.
know the payoffs at the end that make the beginning retarded. So you're like,
Retarded?
oh, that's a mystery.
Well, and
What
you
is
gotta
going
see
on?
this series
and then you
through.
watch it eventually. and
That's why I
find
come
out.
at it from the as a viewer, I'll binge, I'll watch weekly, and it helps as YouTube. But like as a business owner, you need to stop the churn. That is the most important part of streaming is losing subscribers, losing and people have gotten in a better habit of like, once I'm done watching a show, I'm out. They used to rely on people just forgetting about that stuff. I'll give you a great example. Shogun. I just finished Shogun and totally disappointing last episode. Totally.
Oh no! Don't tell
I
me.
like it.
Yeah, it kind of is.
But is it?
a
But
bit
isn't
disappointing.
it? But isn't
Is
it?
it's
based off the book, though.
It's
And it's
what the
it's
book
true.
is.
okay.
No
The
spoilers.
book.
No spoilers.
I'm not spoiling anything. The book wraps what I remember. I read the book many years ago. Okay.
We don't
But
spoil it here on Friday Night Tyson.
It
That's
wraps
still-
things.
No.
The book wraps things up in an epilogue, which is it's strange for the book too. It's really strange, but that's kind of what they do. I think I'm, and
Respect
yeah.
the source material. You know.
they are, but it just comes off as anticlimactic. It doesn't matter. It just did. It was just kind of, okay.
Chrissy, as a new mother, what do you think about all this?
I was like, who's gonna ask me about my snatch?
Hi, Chrissy.
Did you get?
Well, it's recovering right now. We know.
Is it healing? Yeah.
So we are officially ending the introductions here. Hello, Chrissy.
Hello. Long intros. Oh my God. I feel like I have to really catch up. I feel like I've had a tiny human sucking on my tit every 2 hours for the last 2 weeks. So I'm
We're all trying to.
We're
I'm wondering if we should make a joke or.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait,
It's because you have.
I thought Frank was like 5'10", 5'11".
There we go. Good job, Ryan. Good job.
Yeah, Ryan. Everyone looks a little different. Comics looks a little taller. Shad's hair looks a little taller. Az looks thinner. This is great. Odin looks the same.
Thanks.
Az actually just bought bigger. Az actually just
you.
bought big sweatshirts, so he looks skinny.
Christy, you should have been like Odin's here, which is different.
Disparu looks a little more butch, and by the way,
You got a haircut.
you were having the life
With a
sucked
razor.
out of you by a tiny human. And totally unrelated news. It's Alien Day, ladies and gentlemen. Today's Alien Day.
What exploded out over the week before?
Christy, obviously you've had to overcome a lot, like as a stand-up comedian, because you're a woman and inherently not funny. Do you think that now
disabled representation?
Do you think that now that you're a mother, is it going to make it even more difficult?
I think it's gonna be like I'm gonna be doubly not funny as a mom and a woman. Yeah, so I'm gonna
It'd be like black and in a wheelchair. Yeah, it'd be rough.
Think all the vagina jokes you can make now. You know, as your
Oh
mom.
my God. Yeah. Frank slipped him an extra $100 and was like, "Hey, let's put a few more stitches down there while you're
Tighten it up, you know."
And tip the doctor. It was fun. I don't know how like if you guys have watched Birth, but Frank watched too much. They had him working. They had him holding a leg. They had him counting down.
Whose leg?
Yeah, they try to make you feel like you fucking matter. Like they couldn't give that.
He's always like pulling it out.
You're doing something.
Yeah. He's like, I feel like I worked a shift.
I was like, I don't want to put down my pizza. Come on.
I got pizza and cigars. I'm having a good time.
Crazy. Did any of you guys look into the eye of the storm when any of your kids were born?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's impossible not to.
fascinating.
You have
You gotta
to
take
at
a
some
peek.
point.
You're like, that's my kid's head. What? What is this?
Look at his hair
Yeah,
pop out.
there's a coupling joke where it says there are some places you just should never see a face. Like that.
How many of y'all been around for a cesarean?
No.
Too posh to push.
No, that's got to be rough.
I told the doctors if I needed a cesarean, which I didn't, but I was like, if I need to, I was like, you have to promise me that you will put my bladder in my hand so I could say that I held my bladder.
So,
like,
my sister had to have a cesarean.
Yeah, they put up like a little piece of cloth, right? So I wouldn't see the cut. And they do the cut, and it fucking splatters like a horror movie. It goes like that. I'm like,
It's like Raimi directed it.
Really?
It's my wife, man.
The camera zooms into your face. You're like, oh!
That's just when he goes, oops. I was like, no, I'm joking. It's fine.
Just gotcha. Yeah. All right. Hey, hey, you didn't even I thought you'd take a month off. You didn't. I'm proud of you.
I'm just gonna pop on and say hi, and then I'm like, yay, I'm gonna be on the show. And then of course, like Frank is like, he's hungry again, and I was like, fuck, I thought I timed it out perfectly. But yeah, he has to eat every 2 hours, and then after a month of this, then I can pump, and then I can. And
then you can go on to not sleeping for a long while.
Yeah.
Is Frank waking up in the middle of the night with you to pretend like it matters for him to help? Is he like giving up that?
He's like, he throws an arm over, like, oh.
Ryan, that happens for the first one, but by the time you get to the fifth, you just out completely.
You're out. You're
Shad.
like, look, you got it.
And a totally unrelated note, Garrett, I know you're taking Sunday off for your child's birthday, and we need to change our contract a little bit. since you have 17 children, you cannot take 17 birthdays off, so you got to pick one.
What about the first
You got to
one?
pick
This is the
one.
very first one.
The youngest
Which one's
one.
most
Yeah, the
important?
youngest one is the most important. The rest
Yeah.
of them, fuck that. You're working. Just wanted to point that
It'd be
out.
like President's Day.
Shove them up chimneys.
Yeah. Jesus.
All right, you're 13. Start training. You're off to war.
Off to war.
At one point,
Be a man.
when I was pushing, they were like, "Do you want to reach down and feel his head?" I was like, "No."
Actually, I don't.
They'll be like, grab him, pull him out.
Yeah, that's your job.
That's what I'm paying you for.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you here, and this is a perfect transition into Velma, which we're not going to talk about long. I watched one episode at the gym while I was basically listening to it while I was working out.
I watched like 10 minutes when I was playing Stellar Blade, so I was paying a lot more attention to Stellar Blade.
No shit.
I don't
First
blame
5
you.
minutes, there's 5 lesbians.
It's
Possibly 6 lesbians.
Possibly
in the first 5
6.
minutes.
The big reveal of the second episode is, well, the first one reveals that there's a killer this time. Rather than taking out women, he's taking out men. And you're like, well, specifically white men, because is he after smartwatch users? But the second one reveals that he's also like castrating them and cutting all their bits off. Because that's almost as bad as removing a woman's brain. It's like, well, they did all survive. Like, these guys are all dead. And I mean, admittedly, it's harder to find the brain, but it's not as bad as just absolutely annihilating everybody. And so each episode kind of picks a very specific thing to target, and the second one is very definitely faith and religion. The entire episode
Yes.
is just
see
anti-religion,
them-
anti-faith. You just got to trust everything.
Okay, we can't blame Mindy Kaling for writing this. We can't, like, somebody gave her the money to write this thing, and she's really fucking bad. In one of the articles we're going to go over, she's even referred to as an A-lister. She is a fucking A-lister in Hollywood. Somebody who was in a decent sitcom, played a bit part, and all of a sudden was given.
Well, let's be. She wrote
She's
a
right,
lot
yeah.
of episodes of The Office. She was pretty involved in the writer room there too.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, she obviously had a lot of fucking help, because I watched a lot of season 1 of Velma and now this one episode, and she's fucking terrible. She's not a very good comedian. She's not a good writer. She's completely self-absorbed. But this show is perfect. It is the pinnacle of a show for a modern audience, about a modern audience, for the modern audience in Hollywood. That is essentially the shrinking writers' rooms in Hollywood. That's the only thing this show is for. It's completely narcissistic. Nobody's fucking watching it. On HBO Max, maybe they've done this before, Ryan. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're not known for dropping everything at once and doing the binge model. They might have done it a couple times.
I think
I think the first series was.
Did it? Okay. So it's not going on HBO. It's not going on HBO.
Correct.
Okay.
But we should say they are embarrassed about this. show.
Absolutely.
It's very clear to me that season 2 is. We had already heard they had already recorded some lines by the time season 1 came out. The whole thing was probably just a whole contractual thing. Hey, 2 seasons, blah blah blah.
Yes.
Because Mindy Kaling has been silent about this. She has not promoted it once, not on her Instagram, not on Twitter, anywhere. Max, they put out a trailer a week before. They didn't tweet about it its day of release. I think they put out one Instagram reel on the day of release.
See, I don't like you guys. You guys say that a lot. We keep getting the same fucking shit for years. That you keep saying they're embarrassed, but they keep making worse and worse shit.
Dude,
I don't think they're capable of it.
I don't think they're that
They'll
self-aware
do
at
like
all.
2. They'll do 2 seasons of this. It'll be shit.
They
and then
have
they'll do 2 seasons of
Mindy
something
Kaling,
else.
hold on. Mindy Kaling is absolutely aware. Do you know why, Jeremy? Because I remember back in January, February of last year when this shit came out. Let me finish. Where Mindy Kaling tweeted out multiple things about Velma and how proud she was about it, about the ratings. She deleted those fucking tweets in the midst of all the backlash. Never said a damn thing about it after that. Has not said a thing about it this time. Not anywhere.
Yeah.
So, like, you're telling me that that's not a clear sign? Like,
I'm
this
saying,
got
so
received
when I
really
hear
fucking
like,
bad.
oh, well, they're going to release all this at once because they're embarrassed about it, and yet they keep coming up with worse shit the next time.
That's not what I said.
No,
I just don't think that
when they're
anybody-
aware that something is bad, they absolutely will not promote it. And
if
that
that
goes
was
for
the
movies
case,
we
it
would
like
not
too.
be 10
Ministry
years
of
into this
Ungentlemanly
shit.
Warfare didn't have all the marketing it probably should have had, because it's a limited release and they knew it was a fucking mid movie.
Here's the thing. No,
That's not new.
So Velma
That's
comes
very
out,
old.
right? They're excited about the first season. It gets a bad rap. They're embarrassed of Velma. They don't understand why it's bad. So then they just contract another writer to make another shitty television show. That's why we get another shitty thing, and then they go, "Oh shit, oh that's bad."
Jeremy,
too.
they don't care.
They still don't
They
understand.
don't care. The only thing they care
but
about.
they do. Either they do care or they don't care because you can't say that. Well, they're removing
Well,
tweets.
what
and not
Ryan's saying is Mindy Kaling cares, and HBO is contractually obligated to put it out.
Just not confident.
I'm not going to give her enough credit for caring. Like the fact that she's even produced this shit to begin with shows where her mind and how lost she is in that world.
100%.
Like, so how can she 2 seasons now? And again, I've never watched Velma outside of I watched like half this episode because I knew we were talking about it today, and I can't believe how fucking bad it was. But if this is the second season. And the second season, is it worse than the first season? Is it the same as the first season? Is it an improvement of the first season?
It's pretty consistently bad. I would say it's all shit.
I saw the first 2 episodes of season 1, and I was out. It was, I mean, we say dog shit a lot, but I was watching this and I was just, it was an abortion on the fucking screen.
It is one of the best representations of absolutely loathing the source material, to like just fucking hating it.
Loathing the sourcing material, loathing the audience,
loathing the audience,
loathing yourself,
and the industry.
It's just everything. It was just
pretty crazy.
Loathing comedy.
There's a part in episode. There's a part in episode 2 where they put the canonical people into the series, like the canonical Velma and Daphne, and then they even go, "Look at those people are copying us." It's like they know exactly what they're doing and they're proud of it. There's even a bit where she goes, "This isn't a comedy. I don't like comedies. Mine is more like a satire that makes you think." This is somebody who isn't aware of their level in life, like their capabilities, and she just thinks it's so much better than she is. She genuinely thinks this is what will teach people how to think about things in the correct way.
They think it's
that way.
They think this is a thoughtful satire. Velma.
I think her worldview got a little destroyed when it came out the first time, and she deleted those tweets.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because that's what she said. She said, you know, if people get upset over a South Asian Velma, I don't really care. That's what she said in 2022. 2023 comes out. She's promoting the fuck out of it, excited about Velma, blah, blah, blah. It comes out, even though it's getting hammered. They say they lie, and they tried to say it had the highest ratings, even though it provably didn't. And then she subsequently, in the week after that, as it becomes the worst rated show in history, deletes all of her tweets promoting it, which she's never done for anything else she's promoted like that. And this time around is dead fucking silent. Dead silent about the release of Velma.
I think she still believes everything she said in the show, though. Like,
like
all of the ideas.
She probably still thinks it's fucking funny and thinks it's like, you know, that she did a good job, but people just fucking hate it.
She thinks she sees this as like Barbie, like her version of Barbie. It's like the thinking person's comedy.
Yes. And to answer, Jeremy, some of your questions, I don't think all of Hollywood are learning from their mistakes, especially Disney. But I think some of them are starting to try and wake up. But it's going to take at least 2 to 3 years for the production process.
And Chad, like Jeremy asked a good question. Like it's a good how are we still getting this shit if they're so self-aware? Well, we're going to get to that. Because we're in the post-woke Hollywood apocalypse. That's where we are. So there's still shit around. There's mutant shit. But the desert is glassed. It's fucking and there's some survivors running around fighting for scraps. I mean, that's
people with their skin hanging off.
It's Fallout.
It's fucking Fallout. Yes. And Woke Hollywood just walked out of a vault going, "What happened?"
Woke Hollywood is Fallout, but with more rape.
Yeah.
Hang on. So I'm looking at Mindy Kaling. It says that she deleted.
That's not where we're looking at.
No, I'm talking about on Social Blade. It says in April of 2023, she deleted 5,200 tweets from her Twitter account.
That is
That is not just her deleting a fucking few Velma tweets. So
I have it from those videos back at
No,
that
I get
time.
it.
And
What I'm saying, listen to me. Hold on. You told me to shut the fucking listen. You fucking listen. So then in June of 2023, she deleted another 3,100 tweets.
Okay.
So it's a total of almost and then hang on. Then she's got another group of 551 tweets, 964 tweets. So she's deleted in the past year over 10,000
Pull up her
tweets.
Twitter, Garrett.
10,000.
No, but Ryan is right.
Does she
Like
have
I
a
remember at the
Twitter?
time, it wasn't like a whole thing. It was very specific tweets out of a
just
group.
the fucking Velma
Like it was
tweets.
targeted.
Thank you, Disparu.
But
and
I'm
she
saying,
hasn't tweeted about it since.
So
Like-
what?
To be
So
fair, she
did she
doesn't
make
tweet
10,
very much period right
Yeah.
now.
Did she make 10,000 tweets?
No, she
about
made
Velma.
No, she
Her
made,
assistant
I
did.
believe, probably 4 somewhere. Just might know, probably 4 something like that at the time.
Because I remember
Yes.
She referenced what was it, Parrot Analytics, when that came out and it said it's 5,000% in demand or everything. That was one of the tweets that she did. So she might have then gone and just bulk deleted an entire time.
But that wasn't in April.
But it's a separate case. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's lost.
She hasn't tweeted since July or June of 2023.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What I'm saying though is, you said that she doesn't have a tendency to delete tweets, and that's clearly not the case. She has a tendency to delete a lot.
These were targeted though. I think is the main thing.
What this wasn't a mass wave of deletes, or maybe to protect yourself from fucking things that aren't appropriate anymore. This wasn't like that. This was days after the fucking backlash.
I'm
she
not
deleted
saying...
those things celebrating it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Well, remember, people were
she
basically trying to say she was
put it up
secretly
on
conservative.
She hasn't put it up on Instagram either. Like she hasn't
that's
promoted.
What I'm saying. Nothing.
She hasn't
there was
promoted
no
it
story
anywhere.
yesterday.
Yeah.
I tried to check her story yesterday, and there was nothing. You know,
and it was just released yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday was the release date for it.
Yeah, I don't see on her timeline of now. Again, it's just Social Blade, so I don't know how
she could have tweeted 2 times that day and deleted 2 tweets, and it would say 0, right?
Well, right. So what I'm saying is, over the course of her entire Twitter, from July of 2019 all the way until February of 2023, there is no record of her deleting tweets at all, and then suddenly you have this massive drop of thousands of tweets in April. Now, there's no way to tell, how specific that is, at least on the data I'm looking at. But there's a massive dump of tweets in just
but you think you'd want to leave up the tweets of your brand new fucking show that you are running, that you're proud of, that you're promoting.
Maybe.
Let me see if I can find you the date.
Maybe there might even be contractual obligation in there. I don't know.
You're saying you haven't seen her delete the tweets since April and mass deletion tweets. Let me tell you the day. February 12th of 2023 is when February 12th is when she deleted all those.
Right.
Because the show was like December, January.
Right.
So the show came out January 2nd. She immediately fucking after this backlash deletes it within a couple weeks of the release. So that's before the mass wave of tweet deletes that you see.
Right. So the very first tweet, I see one tweet deleted in February 2023 based on this chart. And then in March, she deleted 1,600 tweets. And then in April, she deleted 5,200 tweets. And then in May, she deleted 1,200 tweets. June, she deleted 3,200 tweets. July, 2 tweets. And then all the way to February 2024, 964 tweets. So
and a lot of celebrities are doing that too. Like James
because
Gunn's
they don't want to
done that.
get canceled because they said the N-word.
Yeah.
But so let's take that specific sample size up February 11th or 12th. That's when I made my video. Mindy Kaling deletes all her Velma tweets. February 12th, 2023. She had no history of mass deleting tweets before that, and then suddenly she just deletes a couple targeted ones that month.
Well, it says -1 in February is the only data I have. Just -1 in February.
She probably deleted a couple and tweeted
right.
A couple times.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how it goes.
So, by unrelated news, Elon Musk ad sharing will be paused for some creators pending investigation into use of bots. No, he responds. He fucking responds. The bot responds. By the way, I'll finish this. The use of bots and spam-like replies, DMs, etc. And Ian Miles Chong, a level playing field without botters is important for ad rev sharing system when I fucking rip off everybody's content to work in the long term. Fucking Jesus.
Well, so they have this new app coming out. Twitter has this new app, I guess, for TV on that I don't know a ton of specifics about that, but if they do that right, that could be a legitimate competitor. But right now, Twitter's a goddamn shit show when it comes to content. So if there's like a video
player,
if
the video player is trash.
It's terrible. You can't search shit. I don't know where to find
comments
stuff.
are destroyed. It's like unrelated videos all the way down.
If I don't bookmark something, I won't find it.
Exactly. I have to. So I saw Steve Inman tweet out a couple of days ago, like, I'm fucking done with all of you. What do you think of this? Do you agree? He's all, so I fucking like, hey, I haven't done Miles Morales in a while. So I'm all, do you agree? And holy fucking shit, every fucking time. It's been months since I've done it, by the way. 250,000 impressions. 2 days later, I'm fucking, my mentions are just filled with calling me the N-word and Call me the N-word. I'm a crimer, okay?
Yeah,
I'm not
right,
the N-word.
Yeah, but besides what Ryan is saying to you,
The
what's
hard
everyone
R.
else saying? So-
I know. Well, I mean, yeah. Ryan, stop spamming me, dude. Come on. But holy shit, it's funny because when you do a Miles Morales tweet, or one of those stupid engagement ones, right? And I'm just trying to troll on that. It's 2 days later to where I start getting heat. Like the first 24, 48 hours is fine. It's people going, ha ha, and then it gets bad. That's so hilarious.
Then
I
it
love
gets outside the bubble.
It gets
starts
outside the
going to
bubble,
other
and what
people
the
that
I
have
don't know
never
what the hell
interacted
goes
with us
on.
at all.
It gets
Imagine
shared
the
to-
algorithm?
It gets shared to Reddit.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, there you go.
But the algorithm's thinking everyone loves this, and then it sees all the slurs. It's like, oh no, what have I done?
Well, speaking of Twitter, somebody just said it in the chat, but shout out to Adam Sessler. Heard he had a
Shout
real
out
good,
to Adam
real tough,
Sessler.
Real tough time.
R.I.P. man. R.I.P.
Did you see his send-off tweet? That dude is deranged,
he's
man.
Did he leave Twitter? What happened with him?
He's got a lot of problems.
He's just he's got problems, man.
Yeah, that's very
Oh
apparent.
shit.
Like that guy is just twisted as fuck.
You and yours are beneath me in all respects.
That sounds like
Adam
something for his.
Sessler.
That would look great on his tombstone, I think.
That would be
the cesspool.
Yeah, this was. Can we
Adam
go back?
Sessler.
Can we go back to last year, beginning of last year? G4 melting down Velma season 1. Like holy shit!
Then Rings of Power hit after that.
Dude,
it
it's,
was wild.
It was wild.
Man, we were foot soldiers in the fucking woke wars.
We were on the freaking front
Oh
lines,
yeah,
man.
veterans of the war.
You and yours
Willow
are
survived.
in all respects. That's Xbox 360. That's Xbox
Dude, this is
360
a guy.
talking, man.
This is a guy that said if any of his family members fucking voted Republican and died, he'd celebrate with a fucking glass of champagne.
Yeah.
Wow, that's petty
What
shit.
a fucking. The guy's broken. He's broken in fucking two, man.
As I said, when we were all watching G4 back in the day, and we see Adam Sessler and his old fucked up looking, awkward looking body, and he's
Next to Morgan Webb.
And his
Next
hair
to
like
Morgan
hot
Webb.
chick, you know?
We're like, I got a shot. If this ugly fuck can stand next to a hot chick like that, I got a shot. And we all kind of had like this nostalgia for Adam Sessler, but the more, and again, this is where Twitter, social media just kind of never meet your heroes type of thing. The moment that they have a voice on social media, you realize how fucked up these people are. And Adam Sessler's definitely
Dude,
one
I
of them.
totally would have picked him to have a stroke before Chris Gore for sure.
My favorite comment of it was something like, I sold an AI company, I insult you peasants for fun. It was along those lines. It was amazing. I'm too rich to care what you peasants think. It's great.
I remember
man,
when I was
alright,
a
okay.
kid. When I was a kid, turning on like X Play and hoping it was a Morgan Webb skirt episode. Like I vividly remember that as a kid coming back to watch X Play.
Watch Attack of the Dock, everybody. Attack of the Dock. Amazing
Oh, hell yeah,
documentary.
anniversary, man.
Free on YouTube, I think, still. But yeah, 1 year anniversary. You might recognize a couple people in it, like Chris Gore.
You might.
Pre-stroke.
Shout out
Half
to
second.
Wait, you might see the cameo from Friday Night Tights.
You might see that, yeah.
That's right.
That's right. Here, what do we want to bring?
We know important people, even though they friggin' have strokes. Shit.
Yeah.
We know
It's not our
important
fault.
Well, you were there.
We were there.
Only a matter of time.
It's such a fucking
Associate
weird.
with Friday Night Tights, you'll eventually have a stroke.
I
Guaranteed.
tell you what, it's such a fucking weird world, right? Because Chris Gore is fucking lovely. He's like one of the nicest guys I fucking know, and all the best in getting well, buddy. We fucking love you. And he's just so fucking humble, and he's so fucking pleasant and nice, and you can bounce things off him. He's so hardworking. He's all of these things, and I just remember watching G4 back in the day. You know, I was a big fucking Olivia Munn fan. You know, come on, let's just be honest.
38 seconds at a time.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
As younger, I'd go 45 seconds in those days. And you know, Chris Gore, of course, being an integral part of G4 at that time, and to just think now, here we are sat on FNT doing this fucking nonsense. wasting 30 fucking minutes of everyone's lives talking about fucking Mindy Kaling's Twitter account.
I know,
Nobody
Jesus.
gives a flying fuck about it. Most people in the chat have just committed suicide. But
I can't imagine
Half
somebody
the
going
panel,
off on a
too.
fucking tangent that no one's fucking interested in.
I know, right? Weird, huh?
Continue my tangent that nobody cares
It's
about.
boring.
After watching him for so long and how successful G4 has been, particularly in the 2000s, to most of us as gamers, as nerds, pop culture enthusiasts, to kind of be like in your corner and just sort of, be supportive of you. It's just fucking topsy-turvy world, man.
Hell yeah.
That's how it was in Vegas when they were talking.
Garrett,
No one
see the
knew
private
like
chat?
the effects of it or anything. And that, so it was like a really
Just
tense thing,
waiting for
a
people to
somber
stop talking.
moment. I was like, oh, we don't know what's happened to him. And then there was just the comment, it was lucky he was pissed. I was like, it would have been way worse.
Well, again, I've talked about this many times, but me and Gary were going to San Diego Comic-Con, and he told me, he's like, yeah, Chris Gore watches this. What the fuck?
Right? Yeah.
Chris Gore
You mean
knows who
DV
we
Doomsday?
Are you kidding me? And he's like, he's a big fan. I'm like, this is fucking wild.
I guess talking about San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, you remember
Jesus
that?
Christ. Yes, I do. That's the Comic-Con we met little Ryan Kinnell. Little baby boy Ryan Kinnell, and had a 10-person meetup. It was technically our first meetup. Remember Matt Jarbo called us out like they're afraid to face us. I'm like, dude, we literally gave you an address on Twitter where you can come and see us. I was stream of consciousness on my square ups. I blab. So there was a complication with my press badge from San Diego Comic-Con. It has been fixed. We fixed the glitch. So
fix the glitch.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I guess there was an article. I wasn't banned. Okay. I said there was a problem, and it could have been, and I don't want to make an issue of it because it could have been something I did. The issue has been fixed, and we're going. So there you go.
I hope you'll forgive me, Gary. I didn't make a video about it when everybody thought you got canceled.
I forgive you, Ryan. I'll never forgive you. No, it's fine.
I had no interest in making a video on that.
I've been getting banned from con since 199.
I do, right?
I was Pentacon, right?
Pentacon. I was banned from my hometown convention, all because I made a video. And I didn't throw Vic Mignogna under the bus. I didn't even know who Vic Mignogna was at the time, but he
couldn't pronounce his fucking name. It was like such a nothing video.
Yeah. I made this video, and I was basically, I was calling out Pensacon because their Twitter account was going after people on Twitter, searching out the name Vic Mignogna, because essentially, who is the voice actress that was involved with that? I can't remember. If somebody says her name,
Jamie Markey.
No.
Mars girl. No.
Mars girl.
No.
What's that?
I'm an R.
Somebody in the
There's
chat.
so many horrific voice actors that we could choose from.
Yeah, they're all kind of horrible cunts. So it's sort of
Monica Real. Monica Real.
Yes,
that's right.
Monica.
Who voices Bulma.
Right.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
So Monica Real was going to be at Pensacon. I had press passes the last 2 or 3 years. And this is kind of right when G&G was kind of, gaining some momentum. But I had press passage. I had a great relationship with Pensacon. The Pensacon Twitter account was searching people out talking about Vic Mignogna and Monica Real. They weren't adding Pensacon or whatever. They were searching the fucking conversations out and attacking people and saying like, Vic Mignogna is this, Vic Mignogna is that. So I made a video and I'm like, this is not very professional. You shouldn't be doing this from the official account, yada, yada, yada. I have a good relationship with them. I don't know who this Vic Mignogna guy is, but based on the based on what I see in front of me, it doesn't look like the guy did anything wrong and he should be allowed at the convention. 20 minutes after my video gets posted, I get an email from Pensacon and they revoke my press passes. They ban me and they tell me I'm not welcome and that Vic Mignogna is a horrible person, yada, yada, yada. So I made a video laughing about it because it was funny. Then they talked about me on their official Facebook page, and they called me a local alt-right YouTuber.
Checks out. Checks out.
Naturally.
And I was like, well, I guess so.
Local.
And
who you calling local? Yeah.
I made another video, and I told them that I was too big of a deal for them, and that I basically pulled an Adam Sessler, and I'm like, I'm too big of a deal.
You're beneath me.
And that was it. And that was it. So yeah, I've been getting banned from conventions since 199.
199.
It's all good. So it's all good. So yeah, at the end of the day, laugh at it, move on. That's all you can do. But it happens.
Cancel culture is bad. Okay.
It is.
Hollywood this article was unbelievable. So Lady Gravemaster showed this to me on Wednesday, and I'm like, this is insane. This is fucking insane. So this McKinsey, so it's a research by the McKinsey Group. We'll get into it in just a second. And after I'm reading the article, I'm like, what's the McKinsey Group? Like, what is it? And I've got a bunch of emails, and apparently they are connected from everything to fucking Enron to possibly the Kennedy assassination. I don't know what the fuck. Everybody fucking hates the Kennedy.
They're Watergate.
Fucking apparently there's some kind of data group that really just helps reinforce like CEOs, who might be in trouble or whatever, manipulate numbers. That's what they fucking do. So Hollywood, apparently, guys, is not woke enough. And that's what essentially that's what this article is.
Wow.
Hollywood forfeits up to $30 billion every year because of racial inequity.
Right.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
When it's literally written into the rules of how to make a movie and you must literally have these checkboxes, you get to a point where you're like, what more do you want?
Exactly.
And the awards are all checkbox too. Everything's checkboxed. We're not doing
everything's
enough.
racist. Everything's sexist. Everything's homophobic, and you've got to call it all out.
They would have made so much money last year if this was actual reality, which it's not.
Odin, you're autistic enough to do this. Why don't you run the numbers? Because by the way, this all is like possible, potential. We're speculating, and there's no math behind it. But we have actual math of all the failures just from last year. And we can blame that on diversity. We could say diversity cost Hollywood how much? I'm guessing $30 billion. And then I would say, hey, what if you respected the lore with some of the stuff you've adapted and actually didn't shit on characters or the fans? You might have cost yourself $100 billion, maybe more.
I think they cost them the industry. The movie-going industry.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I went to the movies on Friday, on a Friday, opening day. Nobody in the theater except for me.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. If you
remember
what it used to be like.
So over three reports, McKinsey has tallied up the entertainment industry's opportunity cost. Like, let's look at Disney Star Wars.
Opportunity cost.
How much money did Disney Star Wars leave on the table by killing Han in the first movie? Not putting Han, Luke, and Leia.
Gary, are you sensing some cynicism in your voice? All I know is when I see a white guy, I'm like, here, take my money.
Yeah, I know, right? Every time.
That's how it works, you know? Wait a minute, you said there's a black man in this film? I'm black. Have cash.
Yes. Wait till you hear their arguments. Industry's opportunity cost of continuing to diminish Black, Latino, and Asian Pacific Islander colleagues and audiences. They do make one single good point in this article, which is fucking hilarious, and we'll get to it. So,
it's my favorite thing about America, though, is how you group
Miles
people up in the
Morales?
world, and it's just like Asians. It's like, do you realize how big a thing that is with so many different people that all hate each other? And you're like, no, they're all the same. It's fine.
Bringing up show the picture again. Bringing up the Asian market is ridiculous because there is an Asian market. Okay, it's doing pretty fucking good.
It's called Korea and Japan.
You have to remember, Disney hired a Vietnamese girl to appeal to the Chinese audience.
Yeah, they won't be able to tell.
Yeah.
That'd be totally different if they hired a Vietnamese girl instead of a Vietnamese girl as
a Vietnamese, a Viet Cong. I don't know.
Charlie's in the trees.
Charlie's in the movies.
I have
So wait,
problems
look at that.
saying words.
The picture they're showing here specifically is Black Panther. Okay, one of the best marketed films in the history of marketing of a character that comic book fans actually like and is established, named Black Panther. Then there's Miles Morales, of course. And then there's a decent movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Brilliant.
Do they mention the other movies in this article other than Everything Everywhere All at Once?
The Eternals.
The Eternals. No, they don't. So I just want to point that out.
Not even Shang-Chi?
I don't think they even mentioned Miles Morales in this article, to be honest with you.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Hey, would you pass
Fu
up
Panda.
$30 billion? Hollywood's top decision makers and gatekeepers, apparently, yes, they have actually, in a lot of ways, just not the ways you think. Beginning in 2021, the consulting firm McKinsey has published a series of reports exploring the entertainment industry's representation and inclusion of historically excluded people. Along the way, analysts totaled up the potential financial revenue that Hollywood could stand to gain if it adopted more culturally inclusive business solutions, because they haven't. They haven't.
No, they haven't been doing it at all like the last 5 fucking years.
It's just a bunch of fat cat white guys, and they're only making movies about other fat cat white guys, and that's everything we're getting so far.
But the interesting thing about culture has nothing to do with skin color. Culture has nearly everything to do with nation. And so they would have to represent every nation on Earth rather than just, this is a landmass that I've decided to arbitrarily say is the same. So it's interesting that they say culturally inclusive, but then just go on to do their predefined groups.
This can be applied to absolutely everything, because there are groups out there running these reports for CEOs who don't watch their own shit, play their own games, watch their own TV shows, read their own comics, or read their own books, and publishers. And they're being told this time and time again. $10 billion per year from closing the black inequity gap, and eye-popping $12 billion to $18 billion.
Do they explain what that gap is?
No.
Or just say it?
There's a hyperlink. You want to see where the hyperlink goes?
Yeah, I'd like to
hyperlink here.
What is the gap exactly?
Latinos
in Hollywood.
Amplifying voices, expanding horizons.
That's
well, because the stupid thing would be
wait.
just take the percent of people in Hollywood and then see if that equals the amount in the population. But then when you're selling a movie, you sell it to the world. So are we doing off the world statistic?
No, I tell you exactly what this thing says. It says if you put more Latinos in, you might make $12 billion more dollars based on something we pulled out of our ass.
like, just give it a shot.
Yeah,
It might
they
destroy
spoke
the
to-
entire industry. Who
They
knows?
spoke to one Latino guy and they went, hey, would you
I've
like
got
to
$10.
see yourself in a film? And he went, yes. And then, right, our poll extrapolated that 100% of Latinos that were interviewed said that they would go to a cinema because of a Latino representation.
Which equals
And
$10 billion in revenue.
Yeah, and then they times it by the number of Latinos and go, that is the revenue. Fucking idiot.
Ta-da!
All of them.
Oh, they literally did just on that go, there's 650 million of them in the world.
Yes,
So
yes.
that means there's more to get, more money to get out. That is their logic.
Exactly, yes. That's how it works for these fucking retards.
Yeah, there's only 5% of them on the screen, but they make more of the worlds as a percentage point.
So-
That is literally their only point.
Your boy Zach and his he won the internet today. Your boy Zach, Comics Matter, the video doesn't have nearly enough views on it. Best fucking video title and thumbnail. He's talking about diversity in comic books, and he called it Les Dispensers, and he put a bunch of Les Dispensers on it, and talked about all the women in comics now are lesbian, and they're running out of lesbians. But what he said was, the comics industry changed fundamentally in 2015. They ran a poll on fucking Facebook that said, "Hey, half your potential readers or half of the population of the world might be interested in comic books." And you actually have, with movies anyway, roughly half of who's going to movies to see superhero films are women. So you already got the audience. They were already fucking there, and they're like, oh, now we need half women. We need to scrap everything and put half women working, even though half the women were already going according to your own fucking poll. So, yes, potentially, there is 8 billion people in the world, and 8 billion of them could subscribe to your streaming service. That could happen. So let's do that.
Their issue as well is the more you go out into the world, the further you move away from Californian politics.
Yes.
And so what they would have to do to embrace the rest of the world is the exact opposite of what they want to do. Like, if you want Japanese audience, you'd have to be incredibly traditional, incredibly conservative. If you want other places, you're going to have to get rid of the rainbows. You get to a point of, if you want this money, what are you willing to sacrifice to get it? You'd even have to change your entire morality and get back to traditional heroes doing masculine values rather than feminine ones. So I'm not sure that you can say this as much as you want and use it as an excuse, but if you actually look at what you would need to do to get this, it's a lot more than just put another Japanese person in there. Because they care more about the values than the people.
Well, it shows how racist they actually are. They think people only see race, and therefore, hey, if we just make the character look like a person, they'll love it because that's how they think. And so I don't understand how to actually appeal to people of different backgrounds.
When you destroy diversity of thought, you're left with just superficiality. That's how it operates.
So
because you all think the same way with your own, you have all the same political ideals, and even the people who don't have those ideals are pretending to have those ideals, so they're going along with those ideals because nobody's speaking out, and so you're producing the same shit, you're hearing the same shit, you think that's how the world runs because you haven't got outside, and as soon as it goes outside of anywhere and the real world kicks in and go, this is shit, we're all bigots, homophobes, racists, etc.
The proof of it is the rings of the Rings of Power marketing, when, because it has Deezer, a black dwarf in it now, finally black people will be able to enjoy Lord of the Rings.
And the Doctor Who marketing that's going on right now, because gay. Yeah, they changed
AIDS. They changed the entire moral structure. Like, it used to be that a hero was a hero because of what he did. Now you're a hero because of what you are, which is why in Rebel Moon, even though she assassinated a child, she was still good because she was a woman. Like, she got betrayed by a man and she was a woman.
Didn't die, okay? The child, it's only attempted assassination, Disparu.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So because she's incompetent, that makes it better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love the whole thing. She was framed. She was framed for 3 of the murders instead of just one. The one she actually committed. Oh, so dumb. So, okay, so the potential loss of $12 to $18 billion. And thank you, Slain Hope, for the super chat. This in the latest report released today, conducted in collaboration with Gold House. So I went and looked at what Gold House is. Did you see what Gold House is? Do you want to? I want to be careful here.
Yeah, I hate the Hollywood every time for me.
Is it Asian?
You motherfucker!
It's
you have to
Asian,
scroll down as you highlight.
I'm thinking they tried to use a nicer color associated with Gold House. Maybe Marigold House. And not like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Must be Asian.
I'm seeing what you're saying here.
Oh, you got to pull it up, dude.
I'm going to pull it up here.
I thought you were talking about the... Anyway,
yeah, I know. Like,
yes,
my racism brain was working overtime to try to figure out what the fuck you meant. Like,
it's Gold House and not
Yellow House.
Yellow House.
Hold on. I
thought you were talking about Jewish people. I really did.
Oh shit!
Oh no! That's where I went when I tried to bring it back.
Yeah. Like, I was trying to figure out what you meant.
Who's the one in the top left that decided to turn up in fancy dress?
I was trying to work out the ism.
There's like 5 Aquafinas on here. I can't tell.
Yeah,
it's all X-ray girl.
Even the men.
Even the men.
Aquafina is in the front with the yellow blazer. On that. These are all photoshopped in, by the way.
Yes, they are.
Record. This is a Photoshop picture for Gold House.
Yeah.
Look at it.
It looks like Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band for Asians.
All the little flowers in the flower bed.
Oh, so yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, it's gold. What? No.
Wow.
Why gold?
Is that Miss Marvel all the way bottom left?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's her name?
Look at the top though. Powering stories, powering business. Everything's about power.
She's Pakistani. She isn't fucking Asian.
It's Asian. That's considered Asian.
You retard.
Yeah.
You're on your fucking continent.
Dude, you conquered that continent. You should know.
We conquered every continent.
Yes. You can't expect us to remember every place we colonized.
Remember who we used to own.
It might be the Middle East, but it's still the East.
Southeast Asian.
No, I know that they're Asians, but Oh my god, I don't know how racism works anymore.
It's so confusing.
As I'm so disappointed in you. Let's go back to the article. I don't want to read the whole thing. I just to give you the summary. So we go. So they're talking about potential losses because you're not putting in diversity, and they mentioned everything, everywhere, all at once, which did well. And what's the other Asian movie that won Best Picture? Parasite.
Parasite. Fuck Parasite.
Did they just call Asians cheap?
Robert Storms, I know. I was thinking Jeremy's friend, Robert Storms. Yeah.
Oh, no, Mindy
Robert
Kaling.
Storms.
A-list.
I'm pretty sure they just
Killing
insulted
A-list.
people in the paragraph above.
Okay. With movies like Everything Everywhere All at Once and Parasite, television series like Beef and Squid Game sweeping awards, and artists like Dwayne Johnson, Taika Waititi, and Mindy Kaling on the celebrity A-list.
Those are all names that are equal to each other.
Yes.
It's true that Asians and
One
Pacific
is
Islanders
same as
are
the other.
enjoying unprecedented levels of prominence and prestige in current pop culture, but there are a couple of caveats to keep in mind. For one, the progress is relative. Almost anything is better than a handful of major roles every few decades, especially when that representation includes characters like Mr. Yunyoshi, Upa, Apu, and Long Duck Dong.
I wish his name was Long Dong Duck.
I know, right?
Such a better name.
So they're saying a lot. Some of what they're saying, what I got out of it anyway, was we need to make more segregated films. We need to make more films with more just black people, just Asian people. And I'm like, but for one,
far leftists are plugging for segregation. This shocks me. Wow.
I think that's kind of
this
done.
paragraph, though, it leapt from 3 to 20 in 20 years, although most of that representation came from movies produced outside of the United States. What, you mean from Asia?
Yeah, I know.
You mean they're making shows with their own people in them? How horrific.
So wait. There's representation in films
monolithic.
made in Japan, the ethno state. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Or China.
Well, remember, they get their
China.
numbers from
Hi,
Google.
Bollywood. How are you doing,
All right.
Bollywood? You
Yes.
okay?
It's so funny.
They looked up what does Japan look like, and then they got a diverse-looking Japan. That's what happened.
I mean, that's so funny. They think an Asian-produced show comprised of all Asians is diverse. It's like, just break that down and think about that for a second.
It's
You think
not.
that's diverse. Okay.
So go down to the part where they mention The Rock and Jason Momoa. It's pretty funny. I'm not going to argue with this one. You could just control it.
Oh, did I miss it? Yeah.
Control. Oh, there it is right there.
There it is.
So roles in movies from 2018 and 2020 were played by actors of East Asian descent. The 13 Pacifica leads in the last 5 years were played by just 5 men who were mostly in action movies and who were mostly Dwayne Johnson and Jason Momoa.
I wonder if they applied this logic to like white dudes too, because when you think about it, the same exact thing's happening to white guys. Like the last the last decade has been like the same 5 white guys playing.
Yeah,
all
it's
these
called
roles.
Hollywood.
Like,
Pedro
it's
Pascal.
called Hollywood. That's just how
He's the only
how it is.
Latino in fucking Hollywood right now is Pedro Pascal. He just plays all the Latino roles.
That's what an
what A-lister
A-lister
means.
is. It's an A-list of the best actors that bring in the most audience. That's how it works. Jason Momoa brings in people. That's why he played most of the characters.
But
you fucking guys, Hollywood Reporter?
But yeah, I know. I like ultimately this
You
argument.
don't know
Like,
how Hollywood works?
potential loss is impossible to measure, but it's really impossible to measure when you just are making shit up. For one, they are enforcing DEI rules, so they are doing stuff. They are actually and they have been implemented in some cases. You know, there was the Oscar rules, but Amazon was doing it already. Disney was doing it already. Paramount was doing it already. The BBC has been doing it since 2012. So they've already been doing this. You have your data. It's there, and it's been failing. It's been declining. So fuck potential money. Let's count how theatrical releases did last year. How about this year, which is going to be worse? If you could find the Rotten Tomatoes list of upcoming releases.
Oh,
but this is an inevitable conclusion to. Okay, so we've got a problem. We've hired an entire department of people who are incredibly well paid to solve the problem. Okay, so why would
tell
they
us
solve
exactly what we need to hear?
Yeah, but why would they ever solve it? Because then they're out of a job.
Exactly.
They have a reason to
Exactly.
cause problems, and it will never be solved. So even if they fix what they were complaining about, now we've got to find something else to complain about. So yeah, we need all these roles. Okay, well, we've given you those roles. Yeah, but there's only 3 people, though. We need more people. Okay, so we get more people. Oh, well, it doesn't represent the world. It may represent California, but not the world. Can we represent the world out of California? It's like, well,
Disparu,
not really.
we need more diverse people to rearrange the deck chairs on the Titanic. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and the other thing too, Disparu, you basically are highlighting the whole entire issue with activism, especially when it comes to money, right? Because as soon as they solve the problem, they're out of a job and they're not going to rake any money, which is the reason why they must perpetuate the issue.
Yeah,
because that's what the department is. You are paying people to say, "Can you tell me why I'm evil, please?"
There is. I don't know if that's the list. There's actually a list. Hang on.
It's also the logic they're using. They're like, okay, there's 7.9 billion people in the world. $13 a pop. That's $103 billion on the table, everybody. And it's like, no, that's not how this works.
No.
Mouse died.
I just Googled new theatrical release list 2024. Let's see which maybe I didn't hit.
Do you say your mouse just died, Garrett?
Yeah, did.
So there's one that's actually a list.
This is the same one.
There's one that's actually okay. Yeah, here I'll put the link in.
I love how one is the Phantom Menace coming new.
No,
Spider-Man 2.
I want you to
Spider-Man
notice
2
that.
just
So they just announced they had Spider-Man 2 released. It was on Tuesday, I believe. It was the #2 movie in America. They just announced.
How many locations is Spider-Man 2 in right now?
It's limited, not a ton, and it almost made $1 million. We have the full extended remastered releases of Lord of the Rings coming out June 8th. You're going to see a lot of this. So yeah, scroll down.
I think they're re-releasing Interstellar later this year too.
Yeah, I think a lot of Nolan's shit's being re-released in IMAX this year, right?
I think
because there's nothing.
The schedule's so empty.
Yeah,
they don't have to pay anymore to fucking produce these. Just
The Mummy.
Same thing they did with didn't they put like Jurassic Park
Well, hang
out
on.
again?
Go down
during
to May.
recovering from COVID, shit like
Get
that.
to where we are now. So
there's Atlas.
That's where I was. Yeah.
Atlas is coming out.
Yeah.
So let's just understand that will be the movie of the year, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fucking bad, dude.
All right, so if we go to where are we?
I took that personal. Like I feel like they decided to make that movie just to take a shot at me over Titanfall 3.
So April 26th, today, basically today is Alien Day. So Aliens re-released, and and the Mummy's being re-released.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if either of those beat Challengers, which is the Zendaya movie.
Is that the one where
Like
both
a
the
tennis
dudes are
movie or
kissing
something?
her or some shit?
Yeah, she's in a three-way or like a love triangle or whatever. So that movie only cost $55 million budget, which is kind of a lot, but it is projected Odin to make like 15, 16, 17 million opening weekend.
So far, it's made 2.6. So
on Thursday. So
yeah.
Oh, so the only thing
to-
good about it is the meme from the end of Spider-Man Far From Home.
Don't go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. So
That's
yeah,
rough. Like I there's no fucking way. Like it wouldn't matter if my fucking girlfriend's an actress, whatever. The idea of her fucking doing a movie like that, there's no way I could handle that shit. That's insane.
don't date an actress. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
don't date an actress anyway. Even if they do normal movie, like just regular soap operas or something like that, don't date an actress. Just it's
gotta
like
be crazy.
dating
Hey, Bree, I know you're out there watching. I'm not fucking listening to you.
so we got
Dude, Ryan got asked today if Bree like pooped on him like Vince McMahon, and he wouldn't give a definitive answer. He's like, I don't think I would let her do that. But everybody was like, think?
That's
What do you
not-
mean?
Let me rephrase the way it was presented. It was presented, hey, Ryan, if Brie Larson said she would let you do absolutely anything you wanted to her, she'd do anything you wanted to you, but she would have had to poop on you, would you do it? So like it was at the end where they presented that. So I was like, I don't think I could do that. Like there's no fucking way. Like I would be no good to her after that happened. I'd be soft as shit.
What if she did it at the end?
Yeah, and Jeremy presented that as I was like, I don't know, maybe. That's not what happened.
Like, look, she
All right.
puts it on me so long as she puts her feet away.
yeah, as long as she wears
Keep those
socks.
and some socks or something.
I'm the only person to keep
Hold
socks
it,
on.
baby.
Bro,
Full
any
boots.
people out there that have some kind of fucking shit fetish or fecal fetish, you like literally just fucking lobotomize. There's something fucking wrong with those people.
Okay.
You're insulting all of Germany right now.
Speaking of shit, here's the release list for 2024. We've got Break, Never Heard of It, Breathe, Cash Out, Dancing Village, Humane. If we go to next Friday, we have
Jean de
Barre, whatever the fuck that is. I have no idea. The Idea of You on Prime Video, Turtles all the way down. Like this. So May 3rd.
Fall Guy.
So, hey, Star Wars being the fucking geniuses that they are, it's dumb to put it on out. Put it out on the May the fucking 4th. It should have been like maybe towards Memorial Day weekend, but then they decided to move it up to Friday to go up against the Fall Guy, like the one movie that people are actually looking forward to. Evil Does Not Exist. I saw the TV Glow. I saw the trailer for that. I was like, eh.
To be fair, most years are like this, where there's a bunch of random stuff that comes out. But the big thing is there's no
there's no other.
There's no tint.
Dude, most years are not like this. Like, COVID was probably like this.
King of the Planet of the Apes. I'm interested to see what that.
Yeah, I'm
does.
interested.
Actually,
that's probably that movie is probably the most.
That's mild interest. It has some good marketing. They have some guys, you know, in the ape makeup riding around San Francisco, and it really does give the post-apocalyptic feel.
Wait, are those the guys I saw in Target?
No, dude, Gary, that is called San Francisco.
My God,
that is just current.
Hello, Reddit.
Wow, man. Holy crap.
I love black people.
I'm taking my,
I love black people.
I'm taking my microphone and camera.
I am black people.
You think it's a game, but really it's not. Show with the force becoming it hot. Everybody must eat.
I do not.
Season 2, let's go.
That saved the problem right there.
I do not associate with hard RK Outpost.
That's a good one right there. That was terrible timing for that because I need to leave right now.
Wow.
I have a hard R out at 6. I do have to bounce.
Drops of racism drops from the show.
That's right. That's right.
I didn't realize how close it was to the top of the hour there. But thank you guys. Have a good one.
Take care, Ryan.
See you, man.
Get the fuck out of here. Jesus, put that list back up.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
what?
I
didn't realize how close it was to losing.
Diversity. We replaced Ryan with diversity. All right, chat. Go back to jerking off. Oh, never mind. She's still here. Okay. So,
all right.
Christy, and you got X-ray
Pull
girl.
up the list again.
No problem getting it off now. So
there you go, chat. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
I already
You'll
have
be
a
all
man
right.
on my chest.
What?
Another Asian man on your chest.
Well, it's.
Can we get back to the fucking movie? I was trying to make a point with this list. Everybody's talking about.
He's like, nobody cares about your chest.
Dropping Cleveland Steamers and chests and being racist. But shit.
What the hell is that from?
What's tight?
What's it from?
Wait, there's a longer one. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Whoops.
Oh, yeah, where's the longer one?
As a longer
J-Lo
one.
took a shit on your chest.
There. That is cinema, ladies and gentlemen.
Cinema.
That is Atlas.
So fucking bad. So fucking bad.
That is Atlas. We covered it on the real BBC. It was
Thanks, Chris.
phenomenal. So,
Comics
Kingdom
you're
of the
gonna have to
Planet of
watch
the
it.
Apes. Like, I heard a lot of, hey, I'm interested in that movie, and I am too. But it's like, I can't fucking wait to see that. None of that. Like, are you more interested in Fall Guy or Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes?
For me, Kingdom
Guy.
of the Apes.
Neither.
I love the Apes movies. I think they're fantastic.
Actually, I really like them as
I'm
well.
confused at which one. Is this the fourth one?
This
would be the
Right.
fourth
Is
one.
this fourth?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you had Rise, then you had Dawn, then you had War, right? And now we're at Kingdom.
Yeah, I think they're all like really average movies. That's the way I see them. I don't think they're terrible.
Man. Dude,
No,
Dawn,
dude, the OGs are
Kobo was
fucking
a cool
better.
bad guy.
I am
I
a
liked
huge
him.
fan. I'm a huge Apes fan. So
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is
Being a
fucking awesome.
Toby
silverback.
Cabell is that villain,
I,
like that fucking where he like pretends to be a stupid ape and then he takes the gun and is like
I think they're good.
Yeah,
I think
that
I
was
watch them, I enjoy them, and I forget about them. And it's like, I'll go see this one. They're not terrible. I'm not saying they're terrible.
I enjoy them. I reckon they're good.
Well, maybe if they released it weekly for you, Gary, you could remember it.
Dude.
You can watch every movie once a week. You know,
there you go.
Start with the first one, and
or maybe if they wrote it a little better, I don't know. That would probably help a lot. You know, like Jeremy, if it's good, it doesn't matter, right? So
They are really fucking good.
I don't
Those are
say really
good
fuck.
movies.
I would say, dude, I'm not saying they suck. I'm saying they're really solid 7 out of 10s. Like that's all I've ever seen them as. Not another church movie, whatever the fuck that is.
Oh God.
The can.
Oh, no.
Jamie Foxx, no. What are you doing?
No.
Mickey Rourke, what?
What?
Dude, Jamie Foxx is like a legitimately talented dude, and he's
Yes, what are you
shit
doing?
like this?
Okay, I gotta pull up the trailer.
Holy shit!
Not
What?
another church movie. Oh, I think I've seen the trailer for that. Yeah. We've grown now. The Cannes Film Festival. Back to Black, which is the Amy Winehouse biopic.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that looks pretty decent.
I saw her live. If an Imaginary Friend, that's Ryan Reynolds. Strangers Chapter 1. I don't know why they're calling it Chapter 1. I saw the trailer and it looks like
The Strangers. Is that?
It's a prequel.
Is that based on The Strangers?
Yeah.
horror
The
flick?
Strangers Chapter 1. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it's a prequel to
It's a
The
prequel.
Strangers. I liked that movie. I can't remember. I mean, it's been years since I saw it, but I did. Especially the premise. The premise is like, why are you doing this? Because you were home. You're like, holy fuck, that's fucked up.
There's Babes, which I thought was a sequel to Babe, and then I was corrected until I saw the poster, and I'm like, well, maybe it is.
Oh God!
And
Holy shit,
no,
did that
it's
take them like 2 minutes in Photoshop.
dude, that's Bros. It's basically the lesbian version of Bros. So that's what
Why
it
is she holding a pregnancy test though?
You can't be lesbian.
I don't even know.
That's not how lesbians
That's why she's
work.
surprised.
And then
Actually, no, they actually this Babes movie. I actually saw the trailer for that one. Real quick, let me share this. This is a trailer. I have it. I'm sharing this with you real quick.
I got racism
right here.
PTSD.
Here's the trailer for it right here.
Oh my god!
what the hell?
It's just, I need to be
He's like
free.
tied down with paracord and
Where's he
shit,
gonna
like
go?
bungee cords.
Almost
Oh my
This is my
Kotaku
moment.
journalist. That's Kotaku journalist on the way to an
Poor
actor's
pile of bacon.
protest.
How is that loud?
That's a pig that knew where it was going.
That's
straight
right.
to the slaughterhouse. It was like, I gotta get free.
That's a lot of bacon.
I want to break free.
Then we have on May 24th, Memorial Day weekend, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga.
fuck that.
And it
Without
was
Mad Max.
Fun.
Well, remember when Fury Road came out? Some were calling it feminist propaganda, some were
Me.
not.
Me.
Yeah, well, I wasn't, but later on I understood. I was a sweet summer child back then. But George Miller said, "Hold
Don't
my
forget, I
beer."
like- I
George
was a
Miller
big fan
said,
of George
George Miller
Floyd.
said, "Hold my wine spritzer." And I will make feminist propaganda this next time around, so I can't wait for that. And I like Anya Taylor-Joy.
A lot of people got a lot of hate on Twitter when they came out with this tweet. It was like, we had 300 people working for 15,000 hours on 15 minutes of action scenes. I said, yeah, it takes a lot of work to make people believe that a woman can beat up a man. They really didn't like that. It was like, just say you hate women. It's like, well, read the tweet.
The Commandment Shadow. Scroll down. Summer Camp. Young Women and the Seas. That's Mace. So we get into June. You know, kind of like the best part of the summer. Bad Boys 4. Ride or Die. Run Lola
I kind of
Run.
want to see Bad Boys.
I don't care
Despite
about
everything, I want to
It's
see how
probably
it
going to
turns
be
out.
bad, but I'm
Who's
going
directing
to
that?
watch
Who's
it.
directing that?
Adil
Bay?
and Bilal. No. The guys
Okay.
who they directed the Bad Boys 3.
the
Okay.
last one.
Okay.
I just hope Will Smith slaps someone in it. Like, at least just
that would be
run with the
hilarious.
meme.
Yeah.
Run
And he
with
looks
the
in
meme.
the camera.
Mike
You know?
Lowry's name out your fucking mouth.
Run Lola Run is being re-released. I like that movie. It's got a good soundtrack.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
The Watchers, Pixar's Inside and Out 2. The what is this? The biker, the Bike Riders,
Oh,
which looks
yeah.
okay.
It looks all right.
But look at this. Look, I mean, like Despicable Me. Then we
There's
get to
nothing
Despicable Me
coming
4
out.
in July.
Nothing is
so
coming
the
out.
Only 2 movies with potential to make $1 billion, Jeremy, come out in July, and that's Despicable Me 4 and Deadpool 3 and Deadpool.
Wait, what is
Wolverine.
Max Triple X Eden?
Oh, it's some porno thing.
Twisters, guys, come on, Twisters.
I mean, I think Twisters will have a nice bump at the beginning because of the nostalgia, but it's not gonna do anything.
There's 2 of them now.
Oh my God! Why do you have a fucking sequel about a fucking tornado?
Because there's 2 tornadoes now.
The first Twister's fucking awesome, but it's you well past the time to do anything with that movie.
No Paxton,
no Bill Paxton.
Harold and the Purple Crayon.
There's 2 because of climate change.
But if you just go down this list, there's summer. We're looking at summer, the heart of summer.
Borderlands has potential to be big.
No way. No fucking way. No way.
Players look better.
What I'm saying is that because look, Fallout is something everybody fucking freaked out over when it came out.
How did Dungeons and Dragons do financially?
They could watch that at home.
Yeah.
Will people make the effort to go to the cinema to see that?
But that's got like a whole Guardians of the Galaxy fucking marketing to it. That's normie.
Well, that's the game with the load.
My son was like,
that vibe to it.
She's way
Jeremy,
too old.
The problem isn't to get people to watch stuff at the TV. The problem is getting people to go to the cinema. That's the fucking problem.
Is this not releasing in cinemas though?
It is.
It is.
In August 9th, which is pretty much summer's over at that point.
TV.
People are starting to go back to school, or it's a week before people are starting to go back to school. Yeah. So like, it's not June or July. It would probably do better if it was released in June or July, Jeremy.
It'd probably do better if the characters look like the fucking characters in Borderlands.
Maybe
and
that too.
Right? Is Creed.
Did you see the cosplay?
That's hard to fuck up.
Like, people were cosplaying as if they just drew on the makeup and they turned themselves basically into like crayon versions of themselves. That looks incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, Borderlands in August, and then there's Caroline is being re-released. Alien Romulus, which is Alien 1.5. Again, I question it coming out in August. Like, why would you not release that in June? There's nothing coming out in June. You idiots.
Yeah.
Blink Twice. The Crow, which got pushed because it will suck. It looks fucking terrible.
It does.
The Venice Film Festival. Kraven the Hunter. August 30th. Kraven the Hunter.
Wow. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we get 2 Sony Marvel movies within a couple of months.
The Sony Marvel universe, you know? Madam Web.
It's great.
Orbius. Come on.
Speak No Evil, Lee, Old Guy, Transformers 1. We saw the trailer for that. That was terrible. Beetlejuice is all the way in October, right? September. That will do well. It won't make a billion.
Why is it not in October? Why isn't it? What the hell?
I don't fucking know why you don't release that
makes
around
no
Halloween.
damn sense.
These people are kind of dumb. But there's nothing in October. Absolutely. Wait, I'm wrong. There's Venom, The Last Dance, and it will be in IMAX. So we get Venom 3. Joker's in October. That will do well. I think first weekend anyway. We'll see. We'll see after that.
If it's good, yeah.
Dude, it could be. I didn't hate the trailer.
I like the trailer. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Add in 24 songs to it and see how you feel.
What comes out?
I thought it was 15.
Go back to September 27th. September 27th.
But this is the film.
Never Let Go.
This is the film of him, what he was experiencing while Joker was going on.
So this is when Interstellar re-releases. So I'm just curious what else comes on there. I don't know why they don't have it updated there. That was just announced though. But that's just gonna be like I think.
No, I think Jeremy, we're gonna see a lot of re-releases this year. A shit ton of them.
Well, Interstellar's releasing because of the 10-year anniversary. That's why they announced that.
Okay,
I can roll over again.
Right?
Great.
Can we re-release the Prestige instead? I'd rather fucking see that.
Yeah. That was one of the
Wicked guys,
way under the radar.
Prestige is fucking unbelievable.
The Prestige is his best movie. Fuck.
Wicked looks so fucking bad.
So
Wicked. Oh, looks terrible.
Looks
terrible.
You did a racism against a green. Wicked.
I know, and they really want to double down on that to make sure. So they had a black woman play. What's her name again? So,
the Wicked Witch of the West.
No, she's got a name. Alphaville, right? Is it Alphaville? Did I get it right?
Wrong? Gives a fuck about their
I
names.
saw the play because I'm married to a woman. Okay, sorry. And you know what? The play had a couple of hot chicks in it, so it made me interested. I was like, fine, I don't care what the story is.
Do whatever you need to do to justify it, Gary. Go ahead, man.
Oh, it's in San Francisco. I watched the play in San Francisco, Jeremy. I did.
That's pretty good.
Well, they're releasing Nosferatu in December. What the fuck
Now
is wrong?
again, just like when I brought up Borderlands
On Christmas.
everybody thinks I said that I think Borderlands goes. I don't think it looks fucking good. I just said that I think that there could be some attention on it.
There could be.
Same with Mufasa. I fucking despise that goddamn Lion King that came out a few years ago.
Awful.
I fucking hate that piece of shit more than anything in the world. It made like $1.7 billion. So this Mufasa bullshit has
a
the
different
potential
time.
to make a.
Hey.
I agree completely. I hope I hope this fucking movie tanks. But I'm just saying that the Lion King has the general public's attention.
It's a live action prequel to the live action remake of an animated movie.
So
We're Disney, you fucking idiots. Sonic will probably do. I hope it does better. I hope it does better just because the director was cool. Scroll up a little bit. So we have Karate Kid, and it's going to have Ralph Macchio, and I don't know if it's going to be connected to the series, which does, Jeremy, come out this year. We get season 6, and I hope the Valley teams up to fight dinosaurs from space. That's kind of what I'm hoping for.
I just hope the women actually get punched this season.
Well, they separated them, right? They finally separated them, and I love how they worked that in the story. They're like, it's probably not a good look.
Got all these girls and guys fighting each other, and the girls are always beating the shit out of the dudes, and the guys always like the girl trips over something. That's how the guy gets the best ever. I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Dude, I love the show though because it's so fucking ridiculous.
I love Cobra Kai.
Ridiculous.
Love
I love it. We just finished a rewatch of it. It's great. So the Karate Kid. This is the one movie I'm looking forward to. Right here. Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. So
do you think Rings of Power will come out before or after it though?
Before.
You
think they're going to get it out this year?
Yes.
Really?
But they're fast tracking it.
They're fast tracking. I think it'll probably come out right around. Like, why not release it on the anniversary of Tolkien's death again? Like, do that one more time.
Brilliant.
I was
Why
fucking.
not release it on the anniversary of the Rings of Power death?
Right. So, and then on Christmas Day, and you're right, like Robert Eggers doing Nosferatu should be on fucking Halloween. Like that should be a Halloween movie.
That's easy.
We know somebody who's seen it and says it's fucking crazy. So but that's grim, dude. That whole list is grim. So yeah, you need. I would re-release the good X-Men films. Keep Spider-Man 1 and 2. Fuck, bring out 3. Screw it. Put it in the theater. We get Bully Maguire in the theater again. Let's fucking go. Re-release Donner's Superman. Just everything that was good. Re-release. Yep.
Yeah.
Easy.
Lord of the
Next year's pretty bad as well. Like,
yes, it is. Did you hear from Audible? Sorry, Ryan isn't here. My fellow
Captain America: Brave New World is in February. Mid-February.
Really? Wow.
That's graveyard. That's the whole year is graveyard now.
Yeah.
But that is very graveyard.
They're
graveyard.
All the fuck you, it's February movies come out in that time period.
Madam Web.
Panel question.
Oh, it's
do
January.
you think
No, it's February.
does anything hit $1 billion this year?
No.
Deadpool,
Wolverine.
Heavily doubt.
I doubt it. I don't
think Deadpool Wolverine even hits it.
I don't think it does either.
Now, to be fair, and
700 or 800 million tops.
Because I wasn't on a live stream when it premiered, I personally have not seen the trailer, and I don't really want to see it unless I have to because I'm interested in the movie. But I don't like watching trailers because they literally show you every goddamn thing. Sure. But if I'm live and watching it, it's fine. My point being is that Deadpool 1 did really good. It didn't hit what it hit like 700 million, 800 million or something like that.
700.
Yeah. And then the second one did a little lower, but still very good.
Yep.
This hitting $1 billion and being the only film being rated R. I know it's huge with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and everything, but I don't see $1 billion.
Did Logan do $1 billion?
No.
No,
this is not doing.
I don't know. With everything else being so crap around it, I reckon there's going to be a lot of people that just are going to be hungry for a film.
It's the best thing that's coming out. I don't know.
I think if Deadpool leans into the utter dog shit that is the fucking MCU right now, it will get somewhere. But it won't. It won't because he'll be fucking up with the other. Be fucking up with the franchises.
And what were you saying, Shad? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that everything else is so bad around it. There might be a large group of people that just want a half decent film and that might bump its
Yeah,
numbers.
I think it can make $1 billion. I think it makes $1 billion. I think it does. I think it's really. I think if it misses it by a C hair, I could be wrong. I also said the Marvels would make $500 million. So I'm fucking wrong about that one. I don't care. But if we want to do bets, because Despicable Me 4 is the Jeremy, let me know, because I agree with you 100%. That's the only one that has potential. We're talking about potential.
Yeah.
Talking about potential. Potential, not the actual thing.
We're talking about potential.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's nothing else. Nothing else. Unless Fall Guy turns into like fucking Barbie and all the girls want to see Ryan Gosling for some reason.
I didn't like the Joker 2 trailer,
I don't think that'll happen, by the way.
Joker 2 can be really fucking amazing or really fucking horrible.
I think if it's a hit, it's 700 million.
Cat.
Yeah.
I think it's 700 million because I think what you could easily add a couple $100 million to Joker's press. The press that was around the Joker, the fucking incel army it was going to help raise, and all the violence in theaters.
Yeah.
And you and I walked through a fucking metal detector to go see that movie, which is prophetic because now you got to walk through a metal detector in New York to go anywhere and do anything. But I think the press really helped that quite a bit, the controversy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rough year for Hollywood, and they deserve it. So
yes, they do. And honestly, I think like TV will be at least more fun to roast this year. I mean, Acolyte's just going to be, it's going to be the Marvels, but maybe worse because it's just more episodes.
It looks like the ultimate forces female Star Wars thing. It is.
But that's what they've said. They're proud of that.
But what sucks for the reality is what sucks for theaters is they're going to have to get super creative, like they did in COVID. And what Garrett mentioned is it's shit next year too. So they're like really lean times for 2 years, and that's why there's all these articles that have come out in the last month saying Hollywood is over because it is. As we knew it back in 2019, that's done. But we do live in a different world. To be fair, pre-COVID and post-COVID are two completely different planets, two different realities, and Hollywood doesn't fit in that reality anymore. So they'll still be around, but they're not the pinnacle of entertainment. We've been saying it for years, and what didn't help is they made everything fucking woke and turned it to shit.
Well, also the strikes have not helped at all.
Well, no, the strikes, oversaturation, streaming, overproducing, getting rid of any kind of incentive like, I don't know, meritocracy. It all built up, and the straw that broke the camel's back was the message.
That and YouTube.
And its competition.
Yeah.
I got a tweet right now. Hang on. It was just on Variety. Let me go to my handy dandy bookmarks because Jeremy's right.
I used to specifically keep DirecTV for like a couple of different, like mainly sports and like a couple of networks. I don't watch anything except for YouTube and it's like I've been watching Breaking Bad, old episodes of fucking Breaking Bad. That's it. I don't watch anything but YouTube for the most part.
Same here.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same here.
Same here.
Yeah,
Garrett,
YouTube,
you're good.
and anime.
You just read my mind. I just said tweet, and you fucking got the article. You didn't know I bookmarked that tweet. I did it right before the show.
Oh my God,
me and Lady G.
Fucking get it over with. God, you read my mind.
Dude, that was the casting couch. Okay.
Tip transfer.
YouTube Q1 ad revenue climbs 21% to 8.1 billion, well above Wall Street forecasts. It's the only company that's well above Wall Street's forecast when it comes to ad revenue because it's been here. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. Ads have been on YouTube for a very long time, and now you have the competing streaming services implementing something we've had over here forever. And people are going to put up with them. We're going to put up with them. People who aren't, you know how to do it, and we love you for it. But
it's not just getting rid of meritocracy. The ideology specifically is the opposite of meritocracy. It values weakness, and so anybody that is good at their job will support meritocracy. They'll want you to hire the best people because that's what they are, and it will benefit them. But if you're absolutely ass and you will never be able to compete, then that's where you push this kind of stuff. That's where you try to get hired for other things. Whereas YouTube, it's the audience that decides. If they don't like it, they just won't watch you. And it's the perfect foil for the current industry.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube's just it offer like there's me and Ryan were talking about this for I brought up a creator that had like millions of subs or something like that. Ryan's like, never fucking heard of this person, and I'm like, dude, I hear about these creators, and I hear about like I hear about creators all the time that have like 5, 6, 10 million. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? And it's just like this platform is so incredibly, and this is what's crazy is when these fucking weirdos on Twitter cry and say we've ruined YouTube. It's like, we are nothing.
Yeah. What are you fucking talking about?
We are nothing. We're just some retards talking about Hollywood. But yeah, YouTube is just, it's so big, and there's something for everybody. And I don't think people truly grasp how big YouTube is, because like for us it seems like it's probably a small little corner of the internet, and our feeds are all kind of populated by the same shit for the most part, but man, it's
our interest. I mean, like, it's our general interest, and it crosses over with other things, but for the most part I walk through life completely anonymous. Yeah. So I mean, like, around my neighborhood and stuff, I'm like, nobody gives a shit. Like, there isn't people coming up to me. We were joking today about like the meetup and Z-list celebrity. Well, I'm not even fucking Z-list. It's like, I don't know what's below Z. What's well below Z? It's not. It's nothing. It's fucking nothing. So it's not like Dr. Disrespect is legit like a celebrity, a top tier fucking YouTuber. Like, in my eyes. You know, that's somebody who like is entertaining and funny, has a fucking huge audience, and has a good thing going, and like would never, I don't even know why he'd partner with anybody at this point.
Well,
like,
if you walk into a 7-Eleven and you see Dr. Disrespect on a standee
Mountain Dew,
you're like, okay, things are changing, man. Things are changing.
Yeah.
People care about this, about YouTube. Like that, like you just said, we're all watching more YouTube than TV, and I think that you can extrapolate that onto all audiences. That's why we're seeing the movie industry die. That's why we're seeing all of these things die, because people have just found better content, and we're all producing it. Not just us specifically.
No,
it's royal we,
people,
like,
the royal we,
people
the
are
chat,
making it.
people in the chat, and it's like We Are Legion.
Just
I mean, that's a bad. I guess it's a
You're
bad
spending your time
analogy,
wisely.
but it's We Are Legion, and it's the Culture Casinos out there, or Vets Talking, or anybody,
Don't give Culture fucking Casino a shout
I'm
out.
giving that Tallahassee
give that
lawyer-looking
man
motherfucker a shout out. Okay, he looks like
Culture.
fucking Sasquatch.
No, I don't know why. Like, what was it? So, what show were we on when I said that? I was like, he looks like a Tallahassee lawyer.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny.
You know what I mean?
'Cause
Like,
it's
he
true.
does. He's just like a lawyer in Tallahassee who's just like,
Have you been injured in an accident?
if we're ever able to produce our own kind of Breaking Bad ass show, he's gonna be our Saul Goodman there.
Yeah.
He's
Totally.
He'll be our Saul Goodman.
Dude, I don't know. Like, I don't watch. We were watching Skinwalker Live. So it's the first show I've watched on live broadcast television. I can't years. So we're watching actual commercials come, and I'm like, wow. Commercials are fucking woke as fuck now. Look at that. I know they're terrible, but then we get our local like injury lawyers here in Texas. Dude, it's 1,000 times worse than California. They're like a parody. They're like the Hollywood parody of injury lawyer ads. Just look at all the 444-444. Call 444-444 now. I don't know if you've seen that one. Fucking hilarious. I was the Texas Hammer. Yeah, it's so fucking funny, man. You got to see it.
That was the thing I noticed in
things
Vegas.
in the lawyer ads.
Well, they're running TV shows as a meme. Well, I always thought they were like fake. But no, you just drive around Vegas and it's just accident face number. And that's all they do, and they're everywhere.
Dude, their commercials are worse. It is hilarious. Especially as a Brit. You were like, commercials, what's that? But
I love your medical things. And it's like for about 45 seconds is like speed reading side effects, and it goes or death at the end. It's like,
dude, all our fucking billboards now are 420. Get your weed here. People complain about vape shops. The fucking weed shops are everywhere now.
We had here in Pensacola. We had this attorney here in Pensacola, and just on the basically on the whole Panhandle area, and his signs were everywhere. And he's like, "I'm drunk driver's worst nightmare," and it was years and years and years. This motherfucker was everywhere, and then he got busted for a DUI. Yeah,
and he got himself off. No,
more ways than one.
Hey, plushies. I don't know. I got Perry I got an idea for Perry. We're going to repurpose like just me trying to open doors and some game stuff. We're going to do a commercial because I always forget because we should have plugged this in the beginning.
Link in the description
Real
right now.
BBC plushies.
BBC.
All funded.
BBC. All funded.
Nice.
Az did a whole video. He's like, where's Az been? Oh my God, it's been a whole mystery. And I'm going to give you a little room tour and plug my plushies. Fucking love it.
Yeah.
Where have I been?
You gotta get paid.
Dude, you should have gone full bore. I'm quitting YouTube. That's what you should have done, dude.
I didn't want to have to make this video.
We had a bunch of those. Didn't we have it felt like we had a bunch of those, Jeremy, like over the last couple of months. Like, I'm quitting YouTube to go to my website behind the paywall.
Yep.
And then, bro, retract. My bad.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're back.
Just
We're
kidding.
back. We're back. Hey.
We're totally
Yeah,
back.
I like that channel too, so it sucks to see them make a fucking moron.
Anybody
move
that
like
says
that.
YouTube's a hard job is a bitch. YouTube is not a hard fucking
Bitch.
job. You just literally have never had a real job in your life if you think YouTube's a hard job. And if it ever
You're
gets
doing it wrong.
difficult, then just maybe fucking take a day off. It's not like you have anybody to answer to.
But my
In all
social battery.
fairness-
Dude,
Jeremy,
one of my
in all fairness, when you are a fucking trust fund bitch, anything that involves any work is hard. Okay.
That's true. That is true.
My life, like my best friend had a stroke. My dog died. I feel like I'm living in a country song right now. I'm still streaming. Okay.
That's right.
How's your truck doing?
I have not driven it since MegaCon. I drove it back, got a detail, threw it in the garage. Haven't touched it since.
Better check that ride.
Yeah, but it is
Better check it.
It's the
Might
best
be
job in
bad.
the world. YouTube's the best job in the world, and of course, like
Fuck yeah.
understanding how it works and all of that, and the algorithm, and all. There's a lot of like stuff that goes along with it, but I've had a lot of real jobs. Okay,
Yeah, dude.
I've had a lot of real jobs.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that said it, they brought up things like, well, you know, when you're streaming, you have to think about everything you say because people are watching you. And what if they don't like what you say? It's like, do you not believe it? It's like, is that?
Yeah.
It sounds like they're more stressed about trying to say the right thing rather than just saying what they want, and their audience. It just probably turned on them by this point. They're now despeitely scared of them.
That's
So something
really
recently
gay.
with Escape from
Just
Tarkov,
be honest
they
with your
were
opinions.
doing a stream, and he said, this guy came back. He said, I'm going to explain it to you, and then you're going to wait, right? Don't respond. Wait for me to explain my reaction, because if you say the wrong thing, they're going to crucify you. And he said this on a live stream in front of people. It's like, so you're telling him to fake his opinion because otherwise people will react badly. No wonder they're like get tired of all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because with me, it's like you do put a lot of hours into it, but it's stuff I would have done anyway. I wouldn't be reading this stuff anyway.
Dude, yeah, these are conversations I'd have with friends at dinner. This is what I did at the comic store. Before the comic store, my friends and I went to a movie every Friday and roasted the fucking shit out of it, even if we liked it. That's what we did. It was fun. Yeah, if you put up a front, it's going to get real tired. It's going to make you tired after a while. And we've seen, Jeremy, we've seen a lot of examples of it. We always, the Jeremy talk. If we ever start thinking we're a big deal, just remember Matt Jarbo got 100,000 subscribers on this platform. Okay?
Yep.
That's all you got. It's just, it's a great curve of life.
Retard can.
Yes.
And you can too.
And we have.
Lock it in, yay!
Hassan Piker. People watch Hassan Piker. Like thousands of people watch that retard.
Less and less every day.
It's less and less, but yeah.
It is less and less.
Hey,
but
capitalism is so great. It's even great for commie bastards. Okay.
Yeah, that's how great it
He
is.
gives
best
hope to
capitalist ever.
retards everywhere. It's just amazing.
Well, like, so YouTube is the true equalizer. And what I mean by that is, so when I worked, obviously, my retail jobs, or any of you worked your real jobs, there's a machine that kind of like, those stores, people are going to go to fucking Walmart. People are going to go to the top grocery store in the area. People are going to go to YouTube is the equalizer. If you take care of the audience, they will take care of you. Now there's some things that go into it that are fucking like complicated. Like for me, I didn't make a fucking video on
live streaming,
for like a year,
recording a video,
So, yeah,
audio,
like
setting up your microphone,
there's
setting up a
little things-
camera.
Yes, there's
wearing
little things you do to
pants.
hurt your channel and shit like that.
You don't have to
but
wear
like,
pants.
then you start another channel. Shad knows about
Making
this.
sure
You
the
start another
camera's
channel
off.
And you get a ton of views on that channel.
Oh, the camera's off the whole time.
Not going
Core
live at
audience-
the wrong time.
Core audience will always be there for you
Yes.
to take care of you.
Yes.
So
Don't say the N word.
That's one. Yeah.
That's the hardest part of streaming.
It is for you.
This one destroys
Jeremy.
the social battery.
You feeling a bit called out there, are you, Jeremy?
It's super chat time.
Super chats.
Like, every time PewDiePie sees a bridge, he must have PTSD.
Oh, what a fine bridge this is.
Yeah. That guy's
Oh.
Uh-oh.
He's living a good life. He went out to Japan with his lady, had a kid,
Yeah, had a baby.
drops a little vlog video like once a month or something, and just living his best life. Fuck.
Surfing all day now.
Hell
you know?
yeah. That's great.
Learning old like painting and shit.
He rode off into the sunset, man. He's
Fuck yeah, good for him.
Well done, man.
Well done.
It's the best you can hope for a YouTube creator. Most of them end up on couches and
it's like somebody
apologizing.
dying of natural causes in Game of Thrones, you know?
Yeah, dying of old age.
Yeah. Okay, these are from the Nooner that came through like right after we signed off. So.
Hey, before you do that, can we this clip needs to be shared. Okay.
I know what you're going to share.
Be shared. No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. No, I don't. Obviously, I don't.
What?
Hey, I know that guy.
What are you doing?
I don't hear it.
I just killed a boss X-ray girl.
It's not very loud. It's not very loud.
Okay. It's awkward.
Did you just take a shit? Like, what did you do?
Right, you're missing the whole screen of me killing a boss and a blade, but don't worry about that.
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear it?
No.
I can hear it.
I'm screaming Nandaya.
It really does look like you pooped now.
1-800-DANKY's got that one.
Danky.
More reality.
The end looks like someone walks in the room and you're like, oh no, what did you see?
Dude,
I was savoring the moment. That was me savoring the moment. I was breathing it in, man. I was breathing it in. I was there. I was in the zone. I was fucking working. I was like breathing it fucking in. I just killed that bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of answering my question. I was wondering if that was the 38 seconds face, but all right.
So yes,
I wanted the
you know
camera
what?
on.
He would have the very he would have the Shad. He would have the very same reaction afterwards. I just killed that bitch.
That's what I was wondering.
I can hear you, by the way. I know. It's my inner monologue coming out.
Sebs Duran for $20 says, to second what you said, Gary, to the person thinking of quitting. Oh, yeah. Somebody emailed me and said, hey, I was going to do a Star Trek video. Didn't get the traction. I don't want to put him on Front Street, but, and said, I'm going to quit. And I said, don't. Absolutely don't. All of our videos, especially Jeremy's, sucked in the beginning. No, mine were pretty fucking bad too. And just keep going. Like, treat it like a hobby, have fun, keep the expectations realistic, and if anything, it could be a really fun hobby. And it's a lot easier than like being in a band where you have to rely on a bunch of other people to show up to rehearsal. That's the worst. It's fun. It's a creative outlet. So I'd say don't give up.
You have to remember, like, I sent a drunk message like that to Jeremy, and I'm here, so
Yep.
It was like no one's watching my videos.
Dude, that is and again, man, that is so weird because it's all about the timing. Disparu would have been successful without me responding to him, but maybe I gave him a little bit of a bump. But yeah, like I just see this message, I'm like, who is this belligerent fuck messaging the Geeks and Gamers account, bitching about his views? Nobody's watching my videos, and I was like, I was like, holy shit, he makes good fucking videos. He's right. And yeah, the rest is history. But that's funny, man. But yeah, Disparu was making really good videos, and it was obvious the moment I clicked on it. Same with Mark Cyborg. That's how I got to know Mark. He just was like, hey, I heard you say you wanted to make videos or gaming stuff. If I've got gaming stuff, you want to check them out? I'm like, well, who fucking offers their videos? This guy probably makes dog shit. I click on it, I'm like, fuck, these are good. And that's how I got to know Mark. So just put it out there, man. Put it out there.
Sure, you want your channel growing, but like anytime I start bitching, my sponsor says write a gratitude list. Until I started just writing them on my own or doing mental ones, it's all a mindset, and it can be as easy as flipping it around. Not as easy if you have like serious depression, but like if you don't, you can flip your mindset around pretty easily if you train it to be grateful, right? So so listen to this. It says, I second what you said, Gary, to the person thinking of quitting. I had 1,000 subs a year and a half ago. We broke 155,000 in a year and a half. I know. We did that, just never looking at the numbers. Do it with passion. Keep getting better, and everyone will find you. I don't like crunch analytics like at all. Trust your instincts, right, Jeremy? Trust your instincts. Trust your gut.
Trunch it.
Fuck.
Because the reason why your videos don't do well at first is YouTube doesn't know what's in your videos. So it has to learn over time what your audience is. And the only way it's going to learn that is if you just make videos that no one sees. And over time, it will learn. And the thing is, yes, your videos will be bad at first, but no one's going to see them. So you don't need to be nervous. Just improve what in that bit, take advantage of it, and just see it as a long term.
And there are like certain exceptions to the rule, just like anything else in life. Like, for instance, I know with Shad's main channel, like, I think it's because of the weapons. I do. I think it's because I think I 1000% think it's because of the weapons. And
happened with GunTube, because there are absolutely algorithm changes that just clash certain.
You can tell when you see the second black cat. You can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened with. Do you remember the old animation YouTubers that were making short content? And when YouTube changed the algorithm to prioritize long form content, killed off an entire genre of content on YouTube.
It's so tough to figure out. And then like I was. My last video I made on my D-Day Cobra channel was a reaction video of like some NBC thing. It's got 700,000 views now, and the channel's only got like 130,000 subscribers. Reaction content is YouTube loves reaction content. You know why they love reaction content? Because you are telling them stay on the platform.
Yes.
More shit on our platform.
Exactly.
Reaction shit, man. So they will push reaction stuff like crazy because generally, not always, but generally you're reacting to another YouTube video when you're reacting.
A proven video.
Yes.
That people already want to see. So.
Exactly. And so you're basically, YouTube loves reaction stuff. They just absolutely
it loves clips. It absolutely loves edits and clips too. Like it fucking adores that stuff.
And it loves retarded shit.
Oh my god.
Yes, that is true.
My South Park video, I didn't know if anybody to give a shit. I mean, there's the Kathleen Kennedy meme, but I like reviewed the entire episode and threw in clips and thought fucking Paramount would murder me on that one because they're usually terrible, and they didn't, and it fucking blew up. It's and I didn't expect it to. I didn't care.
The reason why I started
it was just funny.
The reason why I started to punch in on my camera stuff, it later developed a purpose, but the original purpose was because I heard someone in a YouTube video say they can tell when you do a cut. And so if you've got a static background, they will know. And so it was literally to just be, because they were like, something that's highly edited is probably better quality than
visually stimulating, keeps the viewer around. Yep. D for $20 says, love the channel. Anita Lee, chief programmer at TIFF, TIFF, was executive producer on 3 of the 5 TIFF selected features in Canadian category. When will you talk about festivals? Oh, the like film festivals? Chris Gore will talk about that when he can talk. Once he can talk again, he'll talk about film festivals. But film festivals I'll talk about them right now. They're irrelevant. They're absolutely irrelevant. They're over with. I think the Cannes Film Festival will be around because it's traditional. But all the other smaller ones are dying out and turning into big corporate schmooze fests, and that's it. Not
South by Southwest.
Yeah. Yep. So it used to be, hey, independent filmmakers could go to South by Southwest, or why am I blanking on Robert Redford's one from Utah?
Sundance.
Thank you. And now
with Sundance, admittedly, Gary, they're trying to find somebody who's not a pedophile to run it.
That would be helpful. I think that would be helpful. I think that might have hurt it a little bit, but what's hurt basically with the film festivals is the films are already purchased by the time they get there. So films aren't being purchased. The indie film market is it's going to have to go out on its own and not worry about being purchased by a studio and being purchased by the viewer. I think that's where its future is. Shout out to D-Day McLean for designing the shirt at a certain group who would appreciate you promoting them. Plus, I'm pretty sure Shad would love to see it. Thanks. All right.
So Gary thought that was supposed to be D-Day Cobra, so he was
I
getting
thought it
ready to
was
make
too.
fun of the name, and when he realized it wasn't D-Day Cobra, he started to treat it.
Well, because I say today, I say today Cobra like bidet, like
For an
bidet.
old fuck, he's pretty sharp. All right. Well, maybe not.
Skills
maybe
are
not.
bro. Like memory is eroding. Like for real. Like the memory is eroding. Skills are eroding. I am very well aware of it. All right, dude. When you go to your eye doctor and they say, "Hey, you've topped out on your prescription. We can't up it anymore."
We don't have the technology to fix your eyes anymore.
That's it. Your next step is when you have glaucoma surgery, and then we can fix it then in 10 years. I'm like, what about the next 10 years? You just slowly go blind. It's cool. All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's why I got this. Now I can see everything. It's like a fucking
Smart.
telescope.
Yeah.
We got Rollin' the Wretched, 4 parts for $100. Gary, I was hoping you could do me a favor and wear the shirt I gave you on FNQ next week. Sure. Shout out to D-Day McLean for designing the shirt, and a certain group would appreciate you promoting them. Plus, I am pretty sure Shad would love it. Thanks. I read that one already because it was first part.
Jesus, what?
I wanted to. I had it. We just went through the Matrix again. That's all. Speaking of Shad, the emus expect next year you would do the honorable thing, show up in Vegas, relinquish your sword to me as the representative of emus, and acknowledge their rightful rulership over you and the rest of the criminals in Australia.
What is this emu apology?
This is the guy that people think has this mastermind thing. He's controlling all this shit.
I'm like the Joe
He's
Biden
telling
of streets.
everybody what to do. He's telling them what to say and who to talk about and what to go after. It's him. It's always him. He's the schemer. He can't read a fucking super chat. He's fucking dumb. He's fucking a boomer.
We should
Sharp as a stump.
Quarter Black. Next time we are in like fucking Dallas or some shit, and you need to record how fucking horrifically prepared Gary is for every traveling Friday Night Tights. It
Every
is
time.
fucking brutal. All right, brutal.
Hey, we get it together. All
When
right?
the shows happen,
The show happens.
don't knock it. It
Barely.
works, okay?
Just don't look down at the wires.
It's fucking barely.
Did you hear Howard Stern's interview with Biden, dude? Like, is that fucking real?
I'm covering. Well, so Trump said, he's like, meet me at New York courthouse. Let's debate right here tonight.
No, Tenet Media had a short with Howard Stern. Like, it's
interviewing. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna cover it.
If you can find that short, Garrett, it's fucking bad. It's holy
And
shit.
The scary part is that entire interview is probably scripted too.
Oh, and Stern is like acting like nothing's wrong. Like Howard fucking Stern, what a disappointment.
Yeah, he is easily the biggest disappointment probably ever.
Yes, ever.
Like it's bad.
Have to ask how Az feels about he and his countrymen being culpable in the death of consumption of Joe Biden's uncle, Bozy. I assume Az went to the man tits. Hopefully they didn't disappoint. Shout out to Mahler for bring. Yes, it is. Shout out to
you. See you Sunday, bitch.
For bringing up Brit representation last week. Yeah, didn't Joe Biden's uncle get eaten by cannibals?
I have no fucking idea. Was it in Papua New Guinea? Fucking awesome.
When that was actually a Rockefeller, right? Comics division? That actually happened to a Rockefeller.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, people
Not
have
aware of
been.
that one.
Wait,
It was
It was a Rockefeller went to some African country, disappeared, and they suspect he was eaten by cannibals.
Yeah.
Or he joined them because there's photos of him like joining in the dance, and there's like a white man there, and they don't know who it is.
Maybe
You know,
he did.
people have
Happened
been
like 100 years
dunking-
ago, so you never know.
People have been dunking on the Australian Prime Minister a lot because of how embarrassing he is. You guys do have Joe Biden, all right? We just like.
Oh,
I thought you were.
We have no room to talk. You were defeated by a bird. We were defeated by a bunch of fucking blue-haired land whales. Okay, so we have no room to talk.
Everything's stuffed. We're all screwed.
Everything is fine here in America, by the way. Everything's fine.
Today's read, Leviticus 26:29. You will eat the flesh of your sons and the flesh of your Biden's uncle. Hail FNQ, Fellowship, Chat, Mods, Baby Thor, and Pizza Time, Hawaiian Pizza, which is the best. Can't wait for Don Vosk's gay single. I actually have the lyrics laid out for that. Until next time, so long, gay boys! Not another dime. Great seeing you, Vegas.
Who has the most embarrassing leader? Yeah, US is in.
I mean, we were definitely going to lose
your
that.
Canada has a functioning brain.
I don't know, Trudeau.
Nah,
Trudeau
worse.
was the top spot for a while.
Mini Che Guevara.
Biden's worse.
I voted Canada.
Yeah, at least we didn't vote for our leader.
What? Okay.
X-ray girl. He seems so nice. Oh my God.
He's pretty.
He's pretty. He's gay.
Don't like the way you voted.
Pretty,
Have you
yay.
thought about suicide?
I like how aggressively Az said that.
I know.
But how are his tits, Az?
Flat.
Not
Just like
another
in politics.
Not another dime. Okay, here we go. This is
This is
crazy.
bad.
I don't know if you're going to debate your opponent.
I am somewhere. I don't know when. I'm happy to debate him.
Would
I got put in that 10 most eligible bachelors list.
because you were a United States Senator, you were a catch. Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
and a lot of lovely women, but women would send very salacious pictures, and I just give them to the Secret Service. I thought somebody would think I was
What?
and I just gave up.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is
know what the
horrible.
fuck he
I don't
just
know
said.
What the fuck are you on
I'm
about?
not debating Trump, you fucking weirdo.
He's like, women come up and give me the sexy photos.
That
And I say, oh, they're too old. They're too old. They're too old.
That is almost textbook dementia. Like the guy has dementia.
No joke. It is.
It is.
It is. That's how my grandpa sounded before he died of it. Yeah, definitely. Not another.
My whole issue with this is that if you're voting for Biden, are you not paying attention to what is going on?
No, they
here?
don't care.
No.
It is. Dave Smith said it. I forgot who he was talking to. Once you don't believe in a god, something replaces it, and it's either your ideology or your identity. And that's what it is. It's just a replaced
100%,
God.
but it's like there's a point where it's like there's got to be something.
No, dude.
wrong with you if you're,
Fundamentalism
like,
is
worried.
real. You've seen it, okay? And that's what it
True,
is.
true.
It is like I am just going to refuse to believe what is right in front of me because of my religious or political fundamentalism.
Also, if you're voting for Joe Biden, you're likely already dead.
Good point.
Fair point. Fair point.
Not Another Dime has gifted 20 Nerdrotic memberships for $100. That's a lot of dimes. Paul Belfiore for 50 says there was once a gamer called Az who ranted with nerve and pizzazz. It would be quite a blunder to claim he's from down under, and I have no idea how to finish this limerick, but Az spanks it to men with tits.
Brilliant.
All right.
Well done. How long has it been since She-Hulk? You know, Disparu.
83 years.
How long has it been since She-Hulk? We're going on 2 years.
Clearly not long enough.
No.
That is forever.
I think
18th of August, 2022.
my birthday. Jesus. So yeah.
That's She-Hulk release date.
Wow.
Yep.
So okay, season 2.
So we're coming up on 2 years.
That's because she told Bob Iger where he can shove it, and then had to apologize later when she realized what she'd done.
Drunken Emerald Arrow Galaxy Express Media has gifted 10 Nerdrotic memberships for 50. Thank you. And the chat thanks you. Can't wait for our next watch party, which will be a good one. I will not make you suffer through Rebel Moon. We will get to watch Clarkson's Farm. I can't wait for fucking Clarkson's Farm. Just a few days away.
Milk does something in slow motion.
God, I hope so. Well, they do actually do, but it's actually good. So there's good music, good directing, good editing. Jeremy Clarkson's funny, and we'll get to see like pigs get born and stuff like that. It's great.
Doesn't it smell like Zack Snyder's farts?
No.
Oh my goddamn It's 2 T's, motherfucker. 2 T's.
Hey, where'd you get that picture? Like
That's so old.
That's a private photo.
somebody hacked my computer. Rhino Helix has gifted 10 Nerdrotic memberships for 50. Thank you. And then Legalize Adulthood has gifted 40 Nerdrotic memberships for $200. Guys are crazy.
Good sausage, that one.
Huh?
He's a good sausage.
Good sausage. Hey,
That's a weird.
It's really weird.
has a lot of weird fucking
If I
sayings.
called you if I said,
Yeah.
"Hey, fuck off, you male gammon," would you be insulted?
No.
You wouldn't be insulted?
No.
You don't take
What's
that
a
as a
gammon?
slur?
No.
Being called a piece of pork?
It's like calling people a chud. It's like it's an
Oh, okay.
insult that they made up on their side.
Yeah.
But because nobody else on the other side uses it and they don't value it, it's not really insulting.
Yeah, nobody fucking
about a
cares.
You have to insult
Fillet?
people from within their own values.
Long time. Oh, now I get it.
So
Toad?
Shooty Gotwalk, that's what he called the viewers. He called them male gammons. And
Yeah,
then
and gammon is it comes from I think it was like football fans. They drink a lot and so they get like rosy
Yeah,
cheeks and then
red-faced,
go out.
yeah.
So it's essentially he's just insulting the
that's
working
true.
class.
Dude, when we were
Yes.
in London, going I can't remember where we were going.
Good times.
It was. There was a soccer match. There was a soccer match, a match of soccer in London, and there was a bunch of soccer. There was a bunch of soccer fans in the tube, and they were.
I'm playing Stellar Blade. Come join me.
Those
That's
British
one way
get
to get
so
rid of
offended.
Dude,
Is he mad that you didn't say soccer or football hooligans? I mean,
Of
It's
course.
also worth
I said it on
pointing out
purpose.
that gammon is
Yeah.
like it's a specific racial slur.
It
It's
is
the white working class.
It is a very specific racial slur that the fucking star of Doctor Who just called the fans, and it got bad that they put it in the article. I know you read the article, Disparu. You read them all, and then it was the deadline had to explain it to try to explain it away. They're like, actually, it just means if you have a flushed red face and it's kind of related to a piece of pork. Oh, that made it sound so much better.
And who was the person that face is flushed? That's the thing.
Dude, the fact that they had to explain it, so it's not as bad of a racial slur as you think it is. From the Doctor Who star before his show comes out. It's so fucking retarded. I don't know why they're still. Jeremy, I see your frustration. It's like, if this stuff sucks and it doesn't work, why are they still doing it? Because they're incredibly out of touch. They're really out of touch.
I agree, but that's why I'm saying
Fucking
that they
idiots.
don't have the self-awareness to make those decisions. Like, oh, this sucks. We're going to
in
release
Doctor Who's
all of it.
case, in Doctor Who's case, they have no self-awareness. I'll agree with you there. None.
Well, I don't
None.
think Lucasfilm does. I don't think Disney does. I don't think any. I think Hollywood is such a fucking weird place full of weird, fucked up
Well,
people that none
Echo-
of them have any
I was told.
perspective outside of that bubble that they are in.
So the only measurement I have of this is I was told specifically that Echo was dropped all at once because they were completely embarrassed about it and they had to release it, but they wanted to cancel it. But that's the only one I know. Like, it could, like with Velma, you could be right. They just don't give a shit. They don't know and don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of my views on that fell apart after 2019 Rise of Skywalker. I felt like once Rise of Skywalker came out and proved every single Star Wars fan correct, 1000%. Every Star Wars fan that bitched about Disney Star Wars, it proved every fan correct. And I was like, at that point, I'm like, there is hope now. We are going to move forward. And it got fucking worse.
It got worse.
It got worse. And so I'm like,
dude, and look where we are now.
Yeah,
so
it got worse from there.
Well, we have to take a look and see why it got worse, and we
Dude,
all know that.
we have made
2020 played a huge part of
thousands
that.
of videos detailing why it got worse, and now
Yeah.
we're in the holdover era. That wasn't so. This woke garbage wasn't even good enough for them, and it got delayed. And now we're in this weird holdover era, and it's fucking gonna be terrible.
It's like, for instance, like from a gaming perspective, obviously, Nintendo had a monumental success with the Nintendo Wii. All right. Nintendo is very arrogant. They are. As much as I like them, they are very arrogant. They're very stuck in their ways. They are very oblivious to the perspective outside of their bubble. And they came out with the Wii U. And the Wii U was a fucking monumental failure. I like the Wii U, but it failed. It's terrible. Like it was like a 90% drop off on sales from maybe it's more than that, maybe like 92 or 3%. So what did they do? They immediately fixed it though. When they came out with a Nintendo Switch, they cut, their losses and they fixed it immediately. So they showed self-awareness. Even though they lack self-awareness, they showed it when it finally hit them. With Hollywood, I'm not seeing anything that shows that they have any understanding of how bad their shit is, based on the fact that they keep making those decisions over and over and over again.
Other than delaying their stuff, but there's a strike. I mean, there's the strike. Now, are they aware of the fact that they've halved their industry, like cutting it in half as far as employees, and the strike was the worst time strike in history because all of that shit, they wanted more money. The people who wrote all this work garbage wanted more money. Are they aware? Most of them are not, because they think they are right. They think they are absolutely right. Disparu, you've talked about it. The politics is settled with them. So, I mean, in a lot of ways, I think there is going to be a studio sometime at some point that's going to go, enough of this shit. But it's never going to be across the board, ever. I think Netflix did kind of like, they still put out shit, but they also stand their ground with Dave Chappelle and with Graham Hancock. And so they've done Ricky Gervais. So there's at least not a balance yet, but there's other stuff. There's other stuff. And
you are talking about people that don't just make money, make unbelievable amounts of money for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're like, you cannot even begin to contemplate taking those down.
But I'll be convinced, like when Angel Studios releases another movie, like Sound of Freedom, and we don't see multiple articles about QAnon and all that other shit trying to crush a movie that's obviously successful. Like that's when we're not there yet. We're just not there yet. So we'll see. We will see. Tomac for 50. I would like to thank Frank Gore for calling out Sony on their hot phobia agenda. Well, he typed it because he obviously couldn't say it. But yes, stop hot phobia. Okay, we need to, and I agree, we need to use their language. They are marginalizing hot women everywhere.
Yes, they are.
And we are here for the marginalized hot women. We are here for you.
Why is it that they want to celebrate every body type apart from fit women?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Let's talk about Marxism a little bit and how they want everything to be ugly.
I mean, we know the answer to it, don't we? But
it's rhetorical. Ministry of Wrong think.
A lot of it is like a decision tree. So they're like, well, how come stuff like OnlyFans is fine, but this isn't? And it just comes down to who likes it. So it's like, does a man like it? No, that's good. Does a man like it? Yes. Well, does it like exploit him but benefit the woman? It's like, well, OnlyFans, okay, that's great. But no, there's no actual woman there. It's just a pixelated one. Well, then it must be bad. And so a lot of it is about who it disadvantages more than who it advantages.
Ministry of Wrong thing for $49.99. Does anyone know how to make a PS5 controller's rumblers more powerful? Mine, well, I'm the right person to ask, obviously. I don't even know what the fuck you're saying. Mine are weak.
I don't know if you want to.
Do you want rumblers more powerful? Mine are weak, and I need them ready for Stellar Blade. Also, unrelated.
You'd always play the game while sitting in a washing machine.
You could. I mean, are you a girl? Are you a girl? Also, unrelated, anybody with a 3D printer know how to make a PS5 controller mount for a Doom popcorn bucket? Hell!
He looks so happy.
Those are some interesting bones.
She got fucking ass, dude. She got ass.
Ass for days.
It's unbelievable.
Ass for days.
I love it.
I feel like talk to
I'm
me.
already set up for part 2 after this stream.
Hell yeah. Malachot 63. Malachot 63 for $47 says, hail. Stuck working on my birthday, so I'll be catching most of the stream later. Looking forward to making year 47 better than last. Big thanks to FNT and the Fellowship for keeping me laughing, even when it's hard to smile. Love y'all. We love you too. Thank you. Happy birthday. 47. Yeah, enjoy those last years of your 40s. I mean, at least you're through your fucking midlife crisis when you get through your 40s.
Break. Like, enjoy your last years, man.
It's all downhill.
Get ready for the steep decline.
Last act.
But at least you won't be a whiny bitch because you're going through a midlife crisis. So there you go. There's that. Hayden 75 in 2 parts for $70. Hayden. I heard George was coming back to Star Wars is saved. Stellar Blade is a console mover. I'd be interested to see how much it bumps PS5 numbers after this week. I'll be picking one up. Hail FNT, hail the 199, hail the GCA, and hail the Fellowship. And hail the LBC.
Somebody on my Stellar Blade stream earlier,
yeah,
they said they did they looked at the number of PS5s that shifted at their Best Buy in the last 24 hours, and it was over 100 units.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, that's probably 99% of that is for Stellar, like bringing Stellar.
Dude,
Stellar
I might take mine out of the box late next
Just
week.
for that?
Late next week.
Wow.
Gary's gonna play it.
True
What mode
gamer.
are you gonna play on?
True gamer there.
Well,
True gamer.
I got to get a couple videos done, Garrett, and then we can work on it late next week.
Oh my god!
But it was random other than that.
As you and me both know that Gary's just going to turn the game on and stare at her ass, because if he does anything else, he's just going to get.
Wait, whoa. Are you guys saying you're not doing that? Who in the? Everybody's doing that.
No, but like that's all you're going to do. That's literally all.
That's why he's playing The Witcher.
So his will be accidental. It's like the only time looking at the
we're
sky is
hitting things. Yeah, we're hitting things. They die. Then we go. Look at that ass.
Gary's gonna be like, "How do I get the skin suit?" Okay, done.
Mission complete.
Mission complete.
Game over.
Update to my earlier super chat. My local area is completely sold out of PS5s, disc consoles, but there are still plenty of digital consoles. I will willing to bet that it has to do with Stellar Blade. I would too. I guess I would have to get the game.
This is not getting open because this is the censored.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hard R.
This is the uncensored.
Sony CEO Kaz Harai, did I say that? Harai? I don't know.
Sure.
On the Streamlabs side for $50. Thank you. All right, look. Part of our exclusivity for Final Fantasy VII Remake was that they get exclusive rights to cleavage on our platform because Tifa. Get the disc version and don't install the update. We'll later charge you for even more revealing outfit. There you go. People will pay for it, right? I mean, just make her naked.
Just got another costume that's been censored as well.
Yeah.
Magnum Norse that's bad for $100. Beardo is a queerdo. me, Reiki, Chrissy, nice mom bobs. Jeremy is kind of gay. Ryan is a random actor from stupid movies long time. Odin needs a cigarette. Okay, thank you. Fucking Beardo catching strays on this stream.
You reckon that came from the guy that Beardo's been hating on? The poor guy in the wheelchair that Beardo can't stand?
Yeah, that's such
been
a weird.
friggin' hilarious.
I know it. It's so funny.
Lady Greymaster is not supposed to give 10 Nerdrotic memberships for $50, but the chat thanks you. It's like paying yourself and losing 30%. That's a Jeremy super chat, by the way. When he super chats himself.
Somebody had to. Jay was stealing all my super chat money.
Yeah, he was. Good for Jay. Jay needs it. Jay's special.
Got to get his content somewhere.
Jay is special in the needs kind of way. John Getz for 50. Screw censorship. Disconnected my PS5 from the internet, installed from the physical disc, so it's the 1.0 version. Buy physical. Apologies if I have to take 5-minute breaks between streaming tonight. Damn, two-handed controllers. Oh.
Speaking of this October, Down Syndrome Awareness Month.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Shout out to our Downs.
Yes. Yes.
Love you.
You know, and they say we're not inclusive. They say we're not
them.
inclusive around here, especially Jeremy. Jeremy's one of the most inclusive employers out there. Okay.
I am.
So diverse.
Yep. I mean, you have 2 Down syndrome people here in this picture, plus one of them's gay.
Plus one of them's gay.
Which one?
Yeah.
Gay with the Downs.
I know.
Aggressive.
It's up to you which one's gay.
You figure it out.
Pretty sure it's the one.
In that picture, did Jay find out what pirates were actually really about? I mean, like,
Oh my God.
there's a reason there's a saying it's as gay as a punk on a pirate ship. Okay.
That's a lot of time out on the high seas.
High seas.
Just some dudes, you know.
Yeah.
Elite
Head
Neo
cabin
for
boys.
50. Speaking of 1-800-DANKY, hail Danky, hail the Legion of Memers. Looks like he's roping side scrollers into his videos. Did you all see the latest where Blabs learns about spit roasting?
Oh, no.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
That was the moment.
Isn't Blabs like 12 years old? Okay, like she's very young. She's not 12. How old is Blabs? Like 20?
She's
Yeah.
like
She's
30.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with
Like,
girls.
Blabs, are you 30?
27, I think.
You know what?
No,
30.
no,
she's
she's in
under
her 20s. She's in her
30, but-
20s.
Oh.
She's in her 20s.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's very young.
What the hell is spit roasting?
I'm going to continue the super chat now. If not, show
two
it.
guys and a girl.
Hey, Shad, why don't you Google it? Why don't you Google it?
Google
Okay.
it live right now. I want to see a reaction.
Yeah.
If not, show it. It's a
Let me-
45-second quickie. And Jeremy, I believe that DUI attorney was David J. Maloney.
That is exactly who it is. It was David Maloney. That's right. Yes, that's him.
Yeah, if you want to pull up the Danky, that's fine.
All right, so when you spit roast something, you have the pork and you put
Yep.
something in its rear.
No.
No, well, no.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what?
It's not pork. It's not that kind of pork.
Yep, yep,
When
yep.
you
It's
spit
just
roast
like
something,
that.
Summer child, you sweet summer child.
I
So,
I like it.
Oh my God.
I didn't know it has an entire animation.
Oh.
Okay, so I actually do know what an Eiffel Tower was. I was explaining that. But what the hell is a spit roast?
Now we're gonna go live to Blabs, googling what a spit roast is, or a
All
split
right.
roast, or whatever.
Spit roast urban. Hello to my little keyboard dictionary.
Let's see what.
When two men
Oh, internet daughter. Oh my God.
Oh, innocence lost.
Innocence lost.
All right, innocent.
This is the young lady who came up to me in Orlando and said, "My dad loves you."
Pretty good.
Do you remember the time Chrissy watched Mr. Hands? That was a great.
Yes.
Oh, I lost my innocence that day.
Oh no.
No.
You lost a lot
Okay.
more than just your
I love-
innocence. You lost your soul.
Dragon Noodle Soup Gaming in 2 parts for $150.
Joke's on you. She's an cringish. What I say.
Okay, miracle for the party if everyone laughs at Arudai. Congratulations to Sevi with her success on the G&G tabletop. Congrats, Sevi. Channel, and Moonskull, her personal horror channel. And then they gift 15 Nerdrotic memberships for $75. Hail!
I love when you got
Yeah, man.
passion from the G&G tabletop crowd is awesome. So I'm happy you guys are always trying to give them shout outs.
Arudai's
Doing a
trying to
great
get me
job.
on. I'm never going to have time to do that. I'll try.
It's a lot of fun, man.
You could do
Yeah,
like
I
a one
want
shot,
it.
just
Yeah.
one day.
Okay.
One day.
I'll
Learning
try.
how to use Roll20 though, that's another skill set.
It's not that bad.
Yeah,
Arudai
I know.
helps. Like he literally builds a character for you.
Yeah, Arudai
It's
does
you can
everything,
tell him
yeah.
what you want to do, and
Yeah.
he will handle the rest.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
I
for
want to
you.
win.
Okay.
Well, he wants you to
likely.
win because he wants you to kill us all. So
Yes,
you know.
yes.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to
true.
kill you all and win in Minecraft.
Well, I want to go.
Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
I
We're
was
gonna.
like, I'm waiting to go play with that stellar.
You know what?
blade.
You
Okay,
just
wait,
want to
Az,
see the titties,
Az,
don't you?
Az, I'm a bro. I understand. It's like I gotta go. It's like I get
I gotta
it.
go. I
Like
gotta
I'm not
go.
even judging. Like I want you to go.
I gotta go.
So take care, buddy.
Okay. I'll be on my channel in 15 minutes playing ass woman.
That's supposed to be on YouTube.
Ass woman.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. It's been a really fun show tonight. Ryan may have ended us. We'll see.
Probably.
I mean, it's been an hour. I know everybody's forgotten, but I doubt Reddit will in about 48 hours. It usually, like I said, the cycle takes a little while. So we'll see.
Thanks for making me go viral on Twitter. I finally saw it the other day with my Fallout clip where I'm like, diversity, more diversity, diversity. And then they edited out where Ryan was trying to offset my toxicity. And so it's just me and Ryan just sitting there. So Ryan's catching strays. So it's good stuff.
That's good stuff. It's good stuff. What do you got coming up? Comics Division.
Still trying to figure that out. I'll get something out next week. But what people can do is check out comicsdivision.com where I have merch there. And unfortunately, I forgot to grab the shirt before the stream, but I have Midget Man Comics t-shirts, which seem to be kind of popular right now for some reason. So go check that out.
Cool.
As always, great hanging out with you guys, and we'll see you next Friday.
Hail. What about you? Exude. Good.
Tomorrow in the morning, I'm going to be playing some Stellar Blade. And then in the afternoon, Hell Divers. And then Saucy Saturday. Oh my God. Saucy Saturday. I got scared for my dog. At 7 p.m. on Wicked Virtues channel. And this week, the show is back, Skinwalker Ranch.
That's right. Forbidden Frontier. Skinwalker
Nice.
Ranch. Garrett's going to miss it. Oh, well.
No, man. I'm going to watch Skinwalker.
Watch it anyway.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Why not? Garrett, what do you got coming up besides editing and your kid's birthday?
Tomorrow, Saturday, Geeks and Gamers Tabletop. We're continuing our Aliens role-playing game. It was a lot of fun last time. Nobody died.
I was
But it's
gonna
supposed
say,
to
who
get
died?
worse. It supposedly gets worse, like the movies do. So tune in for that. It's a lot of fun. After that is my son's birthday. And then Monday is Base Staff Monday with Adam Krigler. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Normal World. We're making some changes, I think. I think we're going to make some changes pretty soon, so look out for that.
Ooh. Are you transitioning?
Oh, yeah, we might be cutting our dicks off. Live.
I mean, if that's what it takes.
Gotta get the views.
You know?
I mean,
Now
first you do a man bun, and then you go to
It helps with the
Yeah.
algorithm. They like the dicks getting cut off.
kind of a reverse
So we're
order,
trying
but
to-
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's really exciting. What
That's
about
it.
you, Shad?
Well, I have a video on Night's Watch going off on the Prime Minister and this bullcrap that's happening with this E-Trust and Safety Council fight with ex-Twitter Elon Musk crap. I can't believe some of the hypocrisy that came out of that guy's mouth, so I lose it in that video. So if you want to see me just going off, Night's Watch video, you can check that out. Got a video just out on Shadiversity, as always. And, you know, I also have a brand new YouTube channel. It's called The Shadlands, where it's just easy to watch content. If you like the Shadiversity stuff, Shadlands makes it even easier. And it's also a bit of an experiment. I want to see how far this channel will reach a new audience, because that seems to be what the issue is with Shadiversity and the boot that's on it at the moment. It's just not reaching new audiences. The core audience loves it. And so it is interesting to see how well that channel is going, actually. It's doing well
Good.
so far.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah. Check out the
Diversify
Shadlands.
if you have to. Check it out.
Nice.
It's like Clarkson's Farm, except with shad, and not the production of
And not-
Amazon without the Amazon money. It's, let's
and
count.
not like Clarkson's Farm either, but anyway.
What was that?
I've rebranded it. It's now short Shadiversity sword content. So,
There you go. There you go.
with exclusive content and videos.
All right, and man, Chrissy Mayer, when are you back When are you back on the street?
I'm very much not on the street. I am going to be boob feeding. I'm going to be in boob camp for the next couple of weeks. But I'm very excited to announce that the pregnancy special that I was working on, that I was teasing out, we actually shot it at the end of January at Hyenas in Dallas. It's my very special pregnant special, finally coming out this Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern on my YouTube channel. So check it out.
Hell yeah.
What my pregnancy material, never to be heard again unless I get knocked up again. So just kind of a once in a lifetime chance to hear some of my pregnant jokes, and then I'll go back to my regular other jokes.
Well, you'll have a lot of material for the rest of the year. You'll have a lot.
Then on to mom jokes. I don't know.
Yep. Mom jokes and baby jokes will come next.
There you go.
That sounds so lame. I'm gonna have to make it fun though.
Right. Jeremy, what do you got coming up?
Cobracast tonight. But Geeks and Gamers Tabletop is live right now. They're getting a lot of shout outs today.
Yeah.
But I got Grums on. So if you guys want to go up there and spam the fuck out of their chat, I would never send you to spam anybody's chat that wasn't my own channel. You can go over to Tabletop and spam them with some Hail FNT raids if you want. But yeah, they got Grums over there now. So Sevi and Aruda are lives over there. So yeah, that's it. So thank you guys for another awesome Friday night tights.
It's been a fun show, and thanks again for joining us. Disparu, are you going to finish Velma?
Oh, yeah. That's what's coming up. It's the rest of the videos. There's MILF Manor mixed in there at the time, and I want to do a Doctor Who video, but I don't know when I'll get the time. I'll probably shove it in on a random day, like he has with Doctor Who. So, yeah. So that's the future of me. Someone actually tweeted at me, "You've got a month of content." It's like, well, these are the problems you have to have.
That's the way it goes down sometimes. There's just things you have to make. It doesn't matter. Like like I said, the Doctor Who video, first couple of comments, I was like, it's close. The last one, it's like, gotta make a video. This is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody's gonna watch it. I would I'm gonna mention this in my video, maybe. Shudigatwa said, if you don't like the show Touch Grass, what I would recommend any Doctor Who fan out there do is the day it premieres May 20th. May 10th. May 10th, if you're a Doctor Who fan, take a picture of you touching grass instead of watching the fucking show and send it to @Doctor Who with that. On Twitter.
Yeah.
All fucking day. All fucking day. You touching grass, RIP Doctor Who, and then @Doctor Who.
On May 20th.
May 20th.
Look, we can't continue.
I was thinking Twink because it's Doctor Who.
We can't continue the lie anymore, okay? It wasn't Chris Gore that had the stroke. It was Gary.
Yeah.
Okay? It was Gary.
We have to come clean about that.
It was me.
You read a whole fucking super chat twice.
I did.
Didn't realize it.
Till like the last word. Till the last word, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I read this. I used to catch that a lot sooner. So thanks, Disparu, for coming on. Next week, 300. Who are we going to have on? I can announce one guest. Critical Drinker.
Yeah.
Critical Drinker will be here next week.
Mr. 2 million subscribers.
2 million subscribers. Hail the Drinker. Go congratulate him on Twitter.
Hell yeah.
Best critic on YouTube. He is the GOAT. So good for him. Love him. And we have, should we just keep it as a surprise?
Keep it as a surprise.
We keep it as a surprise.
Yeah, we got a surprise guest that'll be joining us for episode 300.
It's
so you'll have to
debut.
No.
I'll bring my glasses so I can see it when he whips it out.
We're gonna bring an umbrella.
Telescope.
Yep. Surprise guest next week. We'll just leave it at that. So I'm working on a Doctor Who video. That's it. Thank you to the Modrotics. Thanks to all the lurkers out there. Thanks to everyone who participates in the chat and supports this channel. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. Super Chat Square Monday night. That's what I'm gonna try to make my regular. It's Monday night, and we'll see you next week. Hail the 199. Hail the Fellowship.
Hi, everybody.
Take care.
That's it, guys.
God damn, Gary. Some serious gourmet What flavor is this? That's right, it's the all-hell medium roast private blend. Check out the Geek Grind Coffee Nerdrotic page for our other options like the Decadent, Feathers of Liberty, vanilla-infused flavored coffee. Or if you're looking for something darker, try the Dark Roast FNT blend of the Fellowship. You know what? Just buy all three. GeekGrindCoffee.com. Use discount code Nerdrotic.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.